do I pass here? Starting off midway through a Decidueye Plume Mirror.
Fun and interactive.
Oh dear. J Monk and Get Donked. First one's in here. Hello to both of you. Hopefully we're live.
I'm just getting the stream up now. I'll be able to tell momentarily.
Good. I think I'm losing this mirror. Depends how good their hand is, really. That's always how the mirror goes. It's really weird. It's not even how good your turn one is, it's just how good random middle turns are.
Yeah, I think we're live.
Sweet.
We're not quite live on my TV yet, but it says we're live on actual Twitch.
That Joe from Complexity Card Gaming. How's it going, Mark? Yes, it is. Officially.
Secrets out.
Right, this is where we casually take the best two prizes of our lives. Dartrix Decidueye.
Yeah, I had a Beetle there.
So
Monte
close.
Carlo. Though I would like to say that was the only game I lost other than top 8. So we'll blame the streamers for that.
Monte Carlo. Yeah, Jack sees the lines.
Hey-ho.
He sees the lines. Let's pass.
I will wait a little bit anyway and say it again later on, but we had a couple of donations over the weekend as well, so if you were one of them, thank you very much.
That's crazy.
We appreciate it all. Why didn't I shake my opponent's hand? I'm pretty sure I did, Didn't I?
I can't remember, man.
Oh, I hope I did.
It may have been just while you sat down before they flipped over to you.
Yeah, I'm sure I did. Like I'm sure I did at least once on stream because I rewatched the stream again yesterday. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Nothing against Benjamin if I didn't. It was an oversight. Afternoon, everyone. Okay, cheers. Get donked. Thank you. Oh, he's talking about Mark. What were we talking about? Me on stream? I was confused. I'm sorry. I think I can pause this. Got a fun stream this week.
Yeah, we got lots on. We've got Roodhof coming on, talking a bit about his weekend in Sheffield. And then, of course, Jack has his report to go over. And even Luke, who got top 64 with Turbo Zygarde. So we've got all the tales of Sheffield coming in. With some cool testing in there as well.
Yeah.
Taurus may be the key to the mirror.
That's what I think I said that to Alex, yeah. Because they can never really one-shot it, so...
Well, you can. You have to build up a Lugia.
Oh yeah, true, I guess. So stoked to see the Turbo Zygarde list.
Aren't we all?
Will there be another other third guy? Normal third guy will be here,
yeah.
but Roodhof is the other third guy will also be here.
Mm-hmm. Correct. We got to try and end him out of Lysander. Oh, they're both in the discard pile, and he's GX'd. Okay, that's cool. We make him go through this. How many energy do we have left? Okay. We'll make him go through Plume. We'll rack up damage. The good thing is this is always a 2-shot for him. I think we're fine. I think we win. Depends where he starts sniping though. Luke's here, but he's just eating. Good stuff. Good stuff. He's actually on time for once and awake. My goodness. What's going on here? This isn't like him. What do we think about Volcanian success in Expanded? Listening to some of the American guys, apparently like Lurantis was like the most popular deck. So Volk seems pretty good, considering that was a large portion of the field.
After speaking to Chip on the podcast the other day, just the fact that you can compress her into Revitalizer like guarantees turn 1 Plume. So it's actually a good deck.
Lurantis Plume? Yeah.
Evening, James. Jack, did you beat Benjamin? I did on day 2. He beat me on day 1. So he beat me 2-0 on day 1. I beat him 2-0 on day 2. So we're even on the board.
You got him when it mattered. Cool.
Really good games,
Roodhof can jump in.
Yeah.
Let me add him.
Kirkham says, I'm Mr. Punctual. Is he? Are you really, Kirkham?
He must be joking.
Pretty sure we were nearly late because of you on a Sunday morning. Pretty sure it was you that was still in bed. Nah, we weren't late. Who knows? What did Benjamin play? He played Turbo Dark. A pretty interesting Turbo Dark build. I really liked his build, actually.
Good list.
Very good list.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hello,
David.
Can you hear
How's
me?
it going?
How you doing? Yeah, loud and clear.
Hey.
You're all
Guys.
good.
What's up? So,
I'll finish this game, and then I've built your list on PTCGO, so we'll talk over that.
sweet. Sounds good.
Let me just wreck this guy.
So if you want to introduce yourself a little bit, David,
Hi,
just so everyone knows
yeah.
who you are.
I'm David. I'm from the Netherlands, 16 years old. Been playing Pokemon for a couple of years since X and Y came out. I've met Joe a couple of times, met Jack a couple of times. I like playing control decks, and I'm here to talk about Houndoom. Because I got top 16 in Sheffield with it.
Nice. I'm so glad Houndoom did well, because me and Tamal were testing it a couple of weeks ago. We were like, is this insane?
Is this a
This
thing?
could be insane.
Yeah.
We just didn't carry it on.
I feel like this was the perfect weekend for it, because now with the item lock winning, meh, it's
Yeah.
not going to be so good anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
And there was like absolutely like no Greninja and no Volcanion around. Like I didn't see any, so I felt
Yeah.
like the deck was good for the weekend, and it paid off. So
Yeah. 2 in top 32 as well. That's really cool.
yeah, top 16 actually.
Oh, did the other one get top 16 as well? Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it was it was a perfect pick for this weekend.
yeah,
Great
but it was
season.
completely different, like
The-
completely
Yeah.
different lists.
The list was different, and like the whole mentality of how to win is different.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
Like
the
he
rap.
played,
Yeah.
3-3 rats,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't agree with that, but it worked for him. So
Yeah.
I mean, I tested it with rats for a bit, and he played sycamores. I didn't play sycamores, but just finish your game and all.
Yeah. We'll go over it. Oh, boys, we clutched it. Clutched it, even though our last 2 prized at DCE. What a hero. What a hero.
Oh wow, the lists are really different. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got some random questions for you as well. You're going to love them.
Oh, for sure. Bring him.
Okay, right. Now that we've just owned a mirror match, shown them who the real Decidueye player is, let's go find David's list. Here we go. Right. Do you want to talk about your deck choice first? Like you've already mentioned that you love playing lock decks, so this was obviously like always going to be on your radar. But what made you
Yeah,
pick it this weekend?
well, like it was actually my last tournament for the season because I need to focus on school more. I was like, well, I played Houndoom for like half the season, and I felt like this was the perfect call.
Hmm.
And I didn't feel like playing any other deck, so actually when Sun and Moon came out, I just tested the Decidueye for a while, couldn't find a good list, and then just gave up and started testing Houndoom.
Okay. S-
So I was set on the deck for like a
So
month ago.
there are a couple new Sun and Moon cards in here. Were you testing this like alongside Decidueye, or was it sort of like last minute? Just make the couple of tweaks from a list
Well,
that you've played a
actually,
lot.
actually, last minute, like on the airport going to Sheffield, I was playing some games with Mace and Benjamin and some other Dutch guys.
Yeah.
And Mace brought up the idea of playing lilies instead of sycamores, and I thought about it. And was like, damn, that sounds so good, and it works so well because you don't have to discard your crushing hammers, max potion, or any of those cards. You could just keep the cards you need,
Hmm.
and then yeah,
Okay. So
Makes sense.
um, Gumshoes.
uh,
We know why he's
gumshoes.
sick, but how
Oh
good?
my god,
How many people played badly against Gumshoes, and how many games did he
so
like?
many.
So many. How many people were just like jaw dropped when they got Gumshoe chanced?
Well, like especially in the earlier rounds, a lot of people didn't know what the card did, so I would just put a young goose on the bench,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you saw my stream game, but
Oh, I was
on my stream,
commentating it.
oh
I
yeah,
think.
of course, yeah, maybe I don't know. Well, so I just put the gumshoe or jungles on the bench and wait for them to load up in certain matchups, like load up a big Evolve, load up a big Mewtwo,
Yeah.
and then once they attacked and knock out my thing, I would promote the young goose and then immediately knock it out. And then once in later rounds, my opponents knew what I would do gumshoes, so I would just get it out as early as possible. Look at your hand,
Hmm.
which is so strong. You can like if they have no switching cards, you play Lysander.
Yeah.
If they have if they have nothing, you can just look what you have to do
Hmm.
and play around what they have. If they have a good hand, play end. If they have nothing, like you know what I mean?
Yeah. What I
Yeah.
love is like you have no commitment to it, and it's 210 HP, so it's not like anything can even like. They have to like Lysander two shot, and when you're playing like four max potions, you just laugh at them for that. It's like, oh, good effort,
It,
good effort.
it's just a wall. Like if you have a bad hand, because I don't play too many. Excuse me. Too many draw cards.
Yeah.
If you can just hide behind it for a wall for like 3 turns, and just play hammers, flare grunts, skull grunts, max potion, and then put a float stone on it and continue milling.
Yeah. It's just it fits the deck so perfectly. It's really weird. So
Yeah.
Like Sun and Moon gave all the cards needed for the deck to be perfect. Like it was good in London, I think, but it just the meta game wasn't right for it, and I played it at some League Cups to top 8 and
yeah,
as such. But I feel like Sun and Moon, like it gave Skull Grunt, it gave Gumshoe, and it gave Lily. Like
that's
what
all the
else?
things you need. Yeah. So one of that you're playing is captivating Poker Puff. Is that just trying to? I mean, you can search the premises and wait for the right opportunity. I imagine.
Yeah,
Obviously, because you're not playing Sycamore, you can just hold Poker Puff like all game until it finally pays off for you, and then you just gain Lysander Stall, I guess.
yeah. Well, actually, like right after London, the one flaw. But Martinianus is also a really good player. He played Houndoom in London as well, and at some other regionals did really well with it.
Hmm.
And like in testing, we found that if your opponent can get Evil Doll or two attackers with float stones and just switch between them,
Hmm.
especially with Oblivion Wing, it's really hard to deal with that. So you
Yeah.
needed. So after London, we put in two Pokepuffs just
Hmm.
to hope to hit it.
Yeah.
I played it at some League Cups, and that worked really well if you can hit it. But now you don't. I only play one because you can always hit it for sure.
Yeah.
Seems so cool.
Just looking at some counts, the 2 super odd is in here just in case you prize one, I guess.
No, actually not. It's because you play 4 max potion, only 7 energy, and only 2 float stones,
Okay.
and your attack costs 1. But like a lot of times, you would play like 3 max potions in a game,
Right.
and,
So it's
and
to
like you
cycle
use
energy.
use 1 or 2 to retreat,
Yeah, yeah.
and so it's. I think the Joe, I don't know, the other guy that played
Yeah,
it,
Joe
Joe Yeats,
Yates. Yeah.
Yates. He played only 1, and that's
Mm-hmm.
not a thing I don't agree with. But because it's really needed in
Yeah.
a lot of times. Because even with 2, I was still struggling sometimes
Yeah.
to get energy. So
Would you ever increase your energy count to 8, maybe?
I played 8 for a while, but I think 7 is fine.
Okay. I guess with 2 rod, you just hope to cycle them.
Yeah.
So going back to things with float stones just beating you, that's kind of why you typically expect some Ratigates in here. Do you ever feel like they were lacking? Was it just a space issue more than anything else? Why you didn't play
Well,
them? Or
I feel Pokepuff makes up for
okay,
like it's a different route. Like the other list with rats, like went for discarding the float stones, making you not retreat, and my list just went for hoping or hitting 1 or 2, like versus Turbo Dark, like hitting 1 or 2 Darkrai's or Shamus or whatever,
sure,
or Hoopa ideally,
yeah, yeah,
and went go that route. So
okay.
that's that's my take on it.
All right. Do you
Yeah.
want to start going through your day one then? I guess.
Oh, I don't remember my exact matchups, but
Okay.
like
What was
I
your
faced a
record
lot.
after the first day?
I started 6-0-1 and then lost 1 and won 1. So 7-1-1 after day 1.
Nice. What was
Nice.
your
Or
loss then?
my loss was against Benjamin Mirren's Turbo Dark.
Uh,
I flipped some tails, made a lot of mistakes. I was tired.
oh, fair enough.
And I don't know, that matchup is really 50-50 if you can flip decent.
Yeah.
But I flipped some tails and made some misplays. So, and he knew exactly what to do. Like, he had 1 float stone, Fright Night, no, not Fright Night, the Oblivion Wing,
Yeah.
and 1 float stone Darkrai, and he just loaded up, and
Yeah.
never went over 3 energy, so he knew exactly what to do.
Just 3 on each, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. I guess Handiwork is actually like one of the only cards in here for when people are playing optimally. You just like, well,
Yeah.
I hope I flip loads of heads on this guy to swing
That was
the
going to
Yeah.
matchup back.
be my question. How useful was the handiwork throughout the day?
Well, the original list we played didn't play any Handiworks, and Handiworks was just in here. We tested it for a while, Martin and I. By the way, Martin Janus played the same 60 as I did.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
But Handiworks was in there for Turbo Dark especially
Hmm.
because they just consistently hit a lot of damage, so you need to raise them.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times where you can get them down to like 2 or 4 cards or 3 cards in a deck, and then you lose.
Hmm.
So Handiworks is just in there for that matchup, and in other matchups it's just if you don't need to Flare Grunt, if you don't need to end, you can just play the card from your hand. It's fine.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
fire it off.
Nice.
Okay. And in day 2, because you were, where were you, 4th seed after day 1 or something like that?
Yeah, well, actually, the funny thing about day 1 was I actually played a Carving Break with Energy Keeper. For those of you that don't know what Energy Keeper does, it says you cannot discard basic energies from basic Pokemons.
Yeah. What
Uh,
deck was that in?
like Zygarde EX, Regirock EX,
Nice.
Carving Break.
Nice.
And it was 301 or something at the point.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, good, this gonna be something. But he priced the Energy Keeper for 1 game, and I managed to like Pokepuff 3 card, no, Regirock and 2 Zygardes in the other game. So it's like, well, Lysander, Lysander, Lysander.
Nice.
Disgusting.
So and I actually beat Medi Hafi's Gardi List day one.
Wow, that's impressive as well.
Wow.
But I got really lucky in game three.
Yeah.
He had 4 cards left in deck: DCE, DCE, puzzle, and a dead card. And he needed, and he had 1 puzzle in hand. And drawing any of the DCs or the puzzle would have won in the game. And he drew the dead card. And it was like,
Oh.
he was so unlucky. But I mean, we take those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so for this deck, like looking forward, do you think it
Yeah.
is less popular? Because I imagine Decidueye is a very difficult matchup.
Oh, it'll come back. It'll come back. But
It'll come back.
not for the weekend.
Do you think
Not for
you can tech this out to try and improve Decidueye, or do you think it's pretty much lost cause? It's not like shoving a Wobbuffet in the active fixes the match.
I was thinking about attacking Wolfet, and then but it just seemed too impractical.
Yeah, because they can
I
they can
haven't tested
Lysander
it.
around it and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like I haven't tested it, but I don't feel like worsening all your matchups to beat that one. Potentially, like it's not worth it in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than
Oh,
that,
Luke's here.
what else
Sorry,
is a
carry on.
bad matchup for you?
Like for Canyon,
Yeah.
but yeah, Canyon and uh like Volcanion, Greninja, Energy Keeper,
Sure.
Energy Keeper carving.
So out of actual
Uh,
meta decks, Decidueye, Plume, and Volk are like
the
the two
Decidueye Plume, of
concerns.
course, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Decidueye Plume and Volk, yeah.
Nice.
Just added Luke in, by the way.
Okay. So my question is, like, did you go in thinking I want to hit top 32, or did you just think I want to have fun with my favorite deck? Do you think this can win a tournament? Because this feels to me like a deck that will only ever cut, but never like take down an entire tournament. Because you'll eventually get unstuck by hitting one of these annoying decks.
Well, like I went into the tournament with the mindset of I don't care about my record, but like in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, I want to do well. Like I want to finish my season off strong.
Yeah.
And I felt like his deck would give me a top 32, like reasonable amount of times if I managed to dodge like or hit a maximum of 1 or 2 bad matchups in day one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because it actually has like pretty safe matchups. Like Decidueye Plume was still sort of under the radar for Sheffield.
I didn't like expect any of that. Like I was more scared of Lurantis Solgaleo. So how do you say it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Solgaleo.
Because yeah, you just lose to that. But
Yeah.
there was like none of that because they can burst out energy and then recycle them with Lurantis. But
Yeah.
oh well.
So even with this performance, you're done now. You're just gonna do like local tournaments for fun, I guess.
Not even. Like
Not
I'll
even.
be back in Liverpool. No, like I'll be back in Liverpool and maybe
Oh.
play some of that league.
Yeah.
But I just need to focus on school for the coming period.
Shocker.
Fair enough. It's
God.
understandable, but
I missed so
sucks,
many
I guess.
days of schools. I missed so many days of school, and I got in legal trouble. Like I have to be in my city hall, and there's gonna be like some legal stuff, and my parents have to be there because I missed so many days of school. So it's just too much struggle.
Wow. So do you think
I'm
this
only
is
16, so
is this like the perfect 60 then? Do you just think no changes to this list? Go on.
no, this is not perfect 60.
What would you change?
I would add in one Misty's determination.
Yeah, you will. Best
Nice.
card.
No, that's like the card needed in the deck.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where'd you
Yeah,
make
I
your
think so,
space?
like-
E-hammer or something?
No, I think I'd got one Lily.
Oh, okay. Just keep one on one.
I'm not sure on the one Lily though, but I feel like determination is better than Sycamore in this deck,
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd agree.
Makes sense.
and you only like a lot of times just need like your energy, your puff, your e-hammer, your super rod, or whatever,
Yeah.
And I think determination will, like in hindsight, would have been good.
You like that more than just Skylar?
Yeah,
Just because energy as well is the thing you dig.
yeah, and like energy is good. You can even get like gumshoes or even shape in.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But from there, pretty happy. One thing that I've considered, my list plays a mixture of gumshoes and rats, so it may make a bit
Yeah,
more sense in there. But have you ever considered Winona in the list?
Winona.
Yeah.
No,
It can get
it's
so
just
many targets
worse
though.
than Ultra Ball, right? It's just worse
No,
than Ultra Ball, right?
it's triple Ultra Ball without any discards.
I mean, no, I wouldn't play that card. Like, it's good on turn one or like for one time, and then it's a dead card.
Okay, I guess because
But that's just my two cents.
my theory list has rats in as well, and you're actually trying to crunch a lot, so
I
actually
guess that makes
searching
sense
them
then.
out makes a bit more sense, but maybe
I
not in
guess that
your
makes
list
sense.
because
I
gumshoes
get.
just sort of turns out when you find him. You don't have to like actively search gumshoes.
I ultra balled a lot turn one for Youngus just to be on the field, like adding the pressure of
Yeah.
uh, potentially uh, gumshoe chance.
And one thing you're not playing in here, which has seen a lot of disruption list, is Delinquent. Did you ever feel like that was a card lacking in the list, or
Yeah, but also no. Uh, I don't play any stadium cards. I don't feel like there's any stadium card needed in the deck. Like, I saw the other guy play two
two parallel?
Parallel City.
Yeah.
I was thinking of maybe playing one Parallel City, but I tested it and it's just too cute. Like, the amount of times the amount of times you can like discard your own Shaman or limit your opponent's bench. It's not worth one spot, I think, because the list is already so tight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
but
Fair enough. And there's not really a stadium that actually hurts you, other than like random fairy gardens, I guess.
I've played Aqua Stadium
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
London. I think I've played Aqua Stadium in there
hmm
in London, but it helped. It hurt me more than it helped me. Like I had Shaman on my bench, and they would Lysand on my Shaman, and I couldn't do anything because
uh,
back then I didn't play Floodstones. I just played Energy to retreat.
that sucks.
So, but I
Interesting.
didn't feel like it's worth it because they can just play a new stadium and it's gone. So
Yeah, I agree. Nice one. Well, should we have some games?
yeah, sure.
Luke, do you want to say hi
Uh,
as well? You've been lurking for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I wanted to interrupt David. I've been the gentleman.
What's up, dude?
How you doing? But I did join, and the first thing I noticeably heard was Joe saying Winona, so I quite like leaving again.
Wow.
Only joking.
I'm telling you. Winona. OP. What
It's
more do you want on turn
interesting.
one? What more do you want?
With the rats version, I can kind of see it, to be fair.
Interesting. Oh yeah,
That's all.
let me tell you.
Just interesting.
Yeah, if you want to play a game, just challenge me.
What's your name? I've forgotten.
Fido Extra.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you a fun story about what happened during some testing games. I'm playing some testing games with Mace Brenningmeyer, a really well-known guy, and yeah, we were playing, and I looked at his hand. Sometimes he ended me, so he had a new hand, and I looked at his hand with Search the Premises. There was a silent line in play. I saw Shaman, Darkrai, Dark, and Silent Lab, and I Skull Grunted, Poke Buffed, and he had nothing left in hand. Like, that sometimes happens. It's just so ridiculously strong.
Oh dear. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sometimes this deck is crazy,
I've just
but
realised
it's also sometimes. really bad.
I've just picked a deck, and I've just realised that I took out like the one card I need for this matchup like 10 minutes before I started streaming. So this will be like a good indication of how you just sort of beat decks.
Yeah, we'll see. Ooh, Ifto. Oh, you took out Oblivion Wing.
No.
The absolute madman. Well, good luck.
Yeah. I got this.
I hope so.
Elite X Voltage is now following. Thanks so much. And I think
you
there's
very
a
much.
couple of others as well. Let me try and find people.
Now we've got a few more people in here. I will say again, thank you very much for all the donations we got over the weekend. We had a bit of a surge. I think we had 4 or 5 all on Saturday after. It was a lot of them were Saturday evening. So thank you very much if you are one of those people.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
4Bon 3 days ago donated. Dextius also donated, and Get Donked. They all donated in the last 4 days, so thanks so much. Dean C has followed us. TCG Roltz has followed us. Stealthy Freshman, Drop the Jace, and Ross Chansey and Zulus have all followed in the last 2 days. So randomly, they've all followed us while we've not been streaming, but cool. Thanks, everyone.
There's the young goose on the bench, just waiting.
Ooh, threatening. But you know my exact 60, so... And you know what Gumshoes does, which is also an advantage some people didn't have.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people just wrote that card off.
When the spoilers came out, I was so happy to see this card. I was like, this is exactly what the deck needs.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not too good.
Spicy hand.
Spicy.
I'm out playing Gumshoes by just top decking the whole game.
I mean, I guess that works. Top deck. Oh,
Woopercaster just said he almost threw in a win owner at the last minute.
Yes,
Did he?
Woopercast.
Woopercast is Joe Yates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he played 3/3 Rats and Gumshoes and Shaman, so I guess it
Yeah,
makes more sense.
Yeah.
definitely.
Because I was listening to his report, and he basically just like crunched his way
Yeah,
through
I listened
everything.
to it as well. He made some really good points. I don't need to search the premises. I know what you haven't had.
Lies. I'm
VS
gonna-
Seeker, VS Seeker, and Hex.
Ah, you've made an error. You melting horned a supporter for me.
Oh no.
What a rookie. What a rookie.
Well, you didn't close the polls, so
I only saw the first one. And I didn't, and like I commented or I put in my suggestions and then didn't look again. And then all of a sudden there was a new one, so I didn't
Yeah.
get to see what anyone put.
They were coming in thick and fast. The leading one was just open poll.
yeah, that was my comment. That was my comment.
Oh,
And then Night March was coming up the rear as well,
yeah.
Good old Night March.
so to speak, of course. Medi Scoop in the final was the best. Oh my god. I couldn't hold it together. It was the funniest thing I think I've ever seen.
Z Scoop.
I've watched that clip about 6 times. Just
Yeah,
the
such an
dance is
amazing guy.
brilliant.
Because I mean, I was in a final, and it was against an auto loss this season in a regional, and like I knew I'd lost, but I still like tried to be as serious as possible throughout it and give myself the
Nah.
best chance to win.
Nah.
But like, Mehdi was just like, nah, we'll just Z-scoop it up.
Oh, so funny.
Gumshoes.
Also,
Really?
like, just to give you some, I had a max potion in hand last turn, but I didn't play it because I knew you would knock it out, and I had N in hand. So, like, it would make sense to lower you down, and because you were gonna take the knockout on Shaman somehow anyway. So, just for people that maybe want to play this deck as well, it doesn't matter if you give early prices because it just helps you with N.
Lies.
Okay.
That's the
But
one
that's
thing I
just
found about Gumshoes. Like, when I was commentating and watching some of the games, because we had Joe and you both on stream, it felt like as soon as you used Gumshoes, all your ends just got so much worse for you. Maybe that's, like,
yeah, that's
a
true.
bit annoying sometimes.
I would love to draw into like an E hammer right now.
Would be nice.
Would be nice. Not gonna happen. Not quite. Also, Bunnelby in this deck forces 7 prize games
Yeah.
because everything else gives 2 prizes, so it's really good as well.
I remember hearing you say that. I think it was early day 2. I think I was sat next. It might have been day 1 actually, against the Vileplume box player.
Oh yeah,
I saw you use that.
that was horrible. The foul plume matchup.
Buster Slash is now following. Thanks so much.
Nice.
Oh, Plume hurts the deck so much. I played 29 items and 2 Lilies that you cannot play when you have 6 cards in hand. So, I'm not drawing into anything. But you'll whiff your trader's wheel.
Who plays Trainer's Mail in a spot like this?
Exactly. Like, the biggest mistake you can make against this deck is try to take it slow. Like, not play Sycamore's turn 1, or you just need to rush this deck, because once I have a solid position on board, it's really hard to come back from.
True.
I think maybe that's just my opinion, but
I think I only dig when my board when I'm like I actually need cards, and it's just energy cards that I need the
wrong order.
whole game.
Yeah, I guess so. Wrong order. I just realized that my 4 best finishes at tournaments all played 4 Crushing Hammers in the deck.
Oh yes.
Gross.
Like ECC,
Totina.
Waylord in Paris, Totina,
Yeah.
played 4 Crushing Hammers, Waylord in Paris, and now this, and the Nationals in Seniors I won with the Toad Shaman trump card.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
in Worlds, and both times at Worlds I played 4 Crushing Hammers.
Gross.
I'm gonna play 4 of that card every single time it's legal. Like,
They never seem to
must-
want to get rid of it, so it's going to be legal forever by the looks of it.
It just printed in Sun and Moon, so that's good. Oopty doopty doo.
I guess we'll set up the win. That sounds pretty smart.
Sounds good.
Energy, Lysander, Gumshoes. Let's go. Does he have it? No. Just got max potion. That's pretty good. But it's not
I need to
Gumshoe
play
Chance GX. That's what
I
it
don't
is.
have any like I can see why Joe Yates didn't play any Fury Belts.
Mm-hmm.
So you can always just put a Floatstone on Houndoom,
Yeah.
and then, but I don't know. I like Fury Belt. It helped me a lot,
Especially because,
especially in
I
early
mean,
game.
he was a lot more non-EX focused. He would be aggressive with Raticate, force 6 prizes that way.
Yeah,
So it doesn't make sense for him to play Fury Belts so much.
no, true.
It
Also,
also
a lot of more stage one.
it made me question why he actually played 4 Max Potion and not like 2 or 3. If he was going like all non-EX crunch down, but maybe that's a bit.
I think Max Potion is like if you could play 8 Max Potion or an 8 Crushing Ambush, you would play them.
Yeah, fair enough. You're more experienced than I am.
But that's only with this deck. Like I only play with annoying decks. And I'm not drawing into what I need. But do you guys have like I know Luke enjoys what's it called? Zygarde?
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a favorite deck? That even doesn't make sense. Like sometimes to play.
I think Zygarde is definitely Luke's.
Lies. Prove it.
I don't know.
This season for me, it's been Gardi.
I've played a bit of everything this season. I think I've probably played the most with Gardi, but only like 3 tournaments.
Gardi, yeah. And then the STS version, I think, right?
Yeah, I've played a league challenge with the split build, and then a league challenge with the normal build, and then this regionals with the STS build as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so good for me this weekend. Loved it.
You got top 8, right?
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
I can see why Joe. I never didn't like Gardi, but I wasn't sold. I was talking to Samar about this. I was never sold on it to start with, but finally properly playing it this weekend, it's just such a busted card. Getting rid of all of your Shamans and Hoopers is insane.
They're cards that are meant to be used once and have punishments. Like Shaman are 2 easy prizes, and Dragonite's a big stall card. So just being able to cheat that is like so
Hooper.
good.
Hooper's a
And
liability.
Hooper, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Who even cares about retreat costs when you can just put them in the discard anyway, right?
Yeah, force
In 'em.
210 HP knockouts 3 times. That's really hard. Especially if you give them a little Rattata for escape rope.
Ratata's good.
Jack, what did you think about Benji's E-Hammer that you played?
I think it. He played the Mega Turbo build, so obviously he had the space a bit more than I did.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how much he used it. I think that's another way, potentially around Giratina, if they can just miss an energy drop, that could be.
I think it's
pretty useful.
I think it's not
I don't know
really,
how much he used it.
I don't think it's really to stop the Giratina attacking you. It's just so that the Turbo Dart can't ramp super hard.
Yeah, that's true.
He said he played it over Fairy Drop basically because he felt it was more impactful.
Interesting. Okay. Makes sense.
We're getting there, boys. Nitty gritty.
Slowly but surely.
He's getting there, not me.
Oh.
The card that I need to draw and not mill is Super Rod.
Nah.
But he has double the chance of that happening.
A chance.
Over double. He actually has Rocket's handiwork as well in there somewhere.
Also, a big thing with this deck is like your first turn like takes ages because you have to Like, your first deck search takes like 1.5 minutes in my case. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you have to check every single card. Because there's 6 prize cards and you need to find out like 5 of them in the first turn.
Scott Simmons asks, have I seen Tobias's list from Mega Gardi? Yep, I've seen his full 60. I still don't like it more than my list, obviously, because it's
No,
my,
I don't believe it.
It's my own play style. But yeah, I don't mind a build with Xerneas Break and EXP shares. I like EXP share. It's just I don't see many good targets that you actually want to put them on your board. It's good for retaining the brilliant arrow damage, but normally I didn't find that to be the issue when I played the deck. So oh boy, let's get a retreat KO.
Okay. Yeah, I think I want to do this. I think this is the correct play.
9
Ooh.
cards left in deck.
Forcing that 6 prize, that extra prize. That's a bit lame. I'm gonna get Gumshoe chanced, so it's not actually worth me hitting the Shaman.
Am I gonna go for the gumshoe chance though?
Every time. Every time! Maybe not now that I haven't hit the Shaman, but...
Mind games.
This is where you Wally Slowking.
Let me see your hand.
No, don't do it.
Do you have an energy? Yeah, you do. Okay. Actually, I'm fine with this.
Me. Ah.
I'm not gonna take the knockout. Taking prizes is for pussies.
Mill for days.
PG stream, David. You're the youngest
Uh,
here.
Excuse me. It's for losers.
Yeah, well, that's more like it.
Logan, you didn't hear that. I know you're out there.
We're not catering just to Logan.
Pretty sure he's the only senior that watches us.
Nah, we
Hi,
have
Logan.
we have all the minors in here.
Hi, Logan.
Gumshoe
Good
Senpai.
Good strategy. Yes, very well.
Didn't even Gumshoe to scout the hand. No respect.
I know what you have in hand. Not the win. Nice Garbodor.
Yep.
Oh, that Gumshoe's just sitting there waiting.
Look at Scott making fun of seniors. His son was one like last year.
What's he saying?
Just say there
What's he
are no
saying?
relevant
dear.
seniors.
Very true. Wait, I was a senior like 1.5 season ago. But it's true, it's not relevant. Wait. I hope you don't play Olympia, otherwise I could get punished. Oh wait, you play Olympia. Never mind. You didn't have VS Seeker, that's fine.
Liar.
Punished.
Giving me all those easy targets to mill.
It doesn't matter. Retreat.
Are any of us going to Australia? No.
No.
None of us.
I have school.
I have work.
Oh. Hey, darkness effigy. Search the premises. A nice end.
I've always wondered why Joe commentates and not play. I do both. It's just
He's number one on points in the UK as well.
thanks to a certain result that happened. I am still top of CP. Am I ahead of you, Luke? How many points is top 64?
Yeah, you're ahead of me. I got like 24 points for it.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, taking those W's.
Yes, very good, very good.
Searching the premises. Every
think it
turn,
was.
just search the premises. Melting horn. Let's go. Another
No, the
Hey.
super rod. It's over. Just when I thought it wasn't over, it's over.
I thought it was the correct play, not to gumshoe chance. It paid off.
It was correct to not do it, but you shouldn't have retreated into it. You gave me a lot of extra turns.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot about Friday night. I'm tired.
Well played. Yeah, let's cry about the super rod together, guys.
Oh, super rod.
Nah. I mean, like I said, he had double the chance of milling it compared to me drawing it, so there we go. Sick win. Let's go.
Good game, my friend. 23 minutes.
Let's go put a baby Yveltal in this list real quick. Don't mind me.
23 minutes. Let's go. Oh yeah, another thing was I made such a big misplay. Like I was misinformed. I think I haven't played a single top 32 since ECC, and I thought one of the judges, I don't remember who, day one told me, yeah, you're gonna have longer rounds tomorrow. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have 60 minutes. So I was on stream and I played a really long game one, and I won that one, and I scooped like 10 minutes or 5 minutes into game two.
Yep.
With the mindset, like, I have like 15 to 20 more minutes.
Nope.
And it was like 8 minutes or something. And I looked back on the stream and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
such a, like,
That's the thing. Like, when you're in the hall, you always have access to a clock. But when you're on the stream, you don't have that. So.
like, day two, there was no clock. Like,
Oh, okay.
I even like day one, I was on stream area as well, and I could ask the judge if they could show me the time because I couldn't see it.
Right.
And day two, I did the same thing. I asked the judge if they could tell me the time, and it deliberately told me like, no, I cannot tell you the time.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So, but I don't know if that's the difference between judges or just a general rule. But doesn't matter. I got 11th. 10th actually after Martin.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good weekend.
He shall not be mentioned.
Excuse me, CB.
We're a neutral stream, guys.
We are.
Yeah.
I was behind the curtain. I saw nothing. I only have people's words.
If you want to hear my opinion of it, go and listen to the Rodcast after the stream. Because I talked about it with Kirk and Chip and Bodie there for a little bit.
Whatever. I'm not gonna say anything about it.
What else should we play? Do you want to have another game, David?
Yeah, sure. Like the only thing I've built on PTCGO is Houndoom. So
well,
I can only play Houndoom if that's fine.
This is going to be a difficult matchup for you.
Sure.
Did Joe and Ross have a loving chat about Incineroar at regionals?
I heard him arguing. I heard it hit first.
On Friday, myself,
Oh God, they
David,
actually were arguing.
Myself, David, and Nick all built Decidueye, and Ross comes in with Incineroar, and he still left that room with a negative record. So, just saying.
Did you play Plume with it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, Ross.
He did beat a Solgaleo Lurantis though, so Incineroar must be a good deck.
Yeah.
So stupid. You can't even one-shot the Incineroar as a Solgaleo. It's so sad.
I pulled two Incineroar. Got GX for my packs and stuff.
Great, you only need to
So
go out.
sad.
You can only buy 2 more now, and then you're there.
You can't even complain. To mouse packs were awful. It was so
That
bad.
is true.
I pulled one Ultra Ball from one box.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I've still got 2 boxes sitting here, unopened.
I sold the other ones, but
HVev is following. Thanks so much.
it's gonna go blind. Oh, let's go, Shaman.
Good. I want it on my bench.
I'm just gonna toss all the trainers. Like my list plays 29 trainer cards. And only like a few draw supporters.
6.
Yeah, that's so many.
4 of them are Ns though, and I wouldn't appreciate an N right now.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay.
You've captivating my hand. You know my hand.
Okay, here's an N.
Yeah.
Good play, very good.
Oh dear. End me into the dream.
Yeah.
Misplays. All day.
Oh, well, I just like playing decks if my opponent says you cannot play cards. Or like Waylord and so many random decks. I've built so many bad decks as well. Like I played Busharda from Phantom Forces.
Yep.
And challenge one time. You know what it does?
The Mashana? I know the ability.
No, from Phantom Forces. It says, as an attacker, it says, shuffle 3 cards from your discard pile into your deck. And I've tried to make that work for the longest time, but it didn't work. It's just too inconsistent, but it was hella fun to play.
Isn't that what Team Cake were loving for a while?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that I saw that card for the first time at Worlds 2015. Like somebody was playing it in an open playing area.
That was probably Sam or
Maybe.
Sam or Jake.
That's incredible.
Yeah. That was so fun. I actually played Bumblebee, Jellicent, Slurpuff, Garbodor that year at Worlds.
I remember playing against you afterwards, after day 2 had finished in the open player, and I didn't know what you were playing, and you asked me for a game, and I was playing my brother's Landy Bats list, and you were like, oh. So sad.
Completely wrecked.
Oh,
Good old Landy Bats.
he's gone in. He's gone in on us.
Hey,
It's like he doesn't want Valplume.
you think so?
Who needs it? Bad card.
It's overrated.
I'm not bitter at losing to it. I'm not.
Like, what in the current meta beats the deck? Besides that drawing.
What beats this deck?
No, Valplume, TCGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, what beats?
I lost to a Espeon Zoroark yesterday. Pretty cool.
Espeon, GX.
Yeah. Confusion's pretty lame.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's also the biggest counter to this deck. Houndoom. Just Espeon GX. Just flip tails a lot. Oh boy. I'm gonna win this from prizes. It's fine. If you cannot get Plume out, it's not as polarized.
You're not wrong. Yeah, that's right. I play 3.
3 what?
Shaman.
Oh wait. No. That's not good. No more room for. No more room for the other gloom. Look, how did you finish in last weekend?
I got 6-3. I think I finished 37th or 36th with the Barton Gate.
With the what? With what deck did you play?
Speed Zygarde.
With his worst win rate was against Turbo Dark.
It was 1-1.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know.
Finally.
Yeah, it should. It was when I played it the second time.
What were your other 2 losses?
Mega Ray.
Okay.
And I also lost to the winner.
Yeah.
Decidueye Plume, which is just an outright auto loss because it absolutely wrecks you.
Yeah.
A milli.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
If you don't have Oddish, this is kind of bad.
It's cool. I got this.
Okay.
Let's be a brave boy.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm testing the deck, and it's the most fun thing I've ever played. It is insane. No. Jack will know what it is.
Is it the car deck?
It is.
Oh boy.
Play Mega Gardi. Turn 3, 280.
With Dratini, or no?
Oh, and they scooped. Get out.
Did you guys, what was your opinion on Jimmy White's? He played Darkrai with 19 energy cards with Dragonair.
It's a super interesting list.
Yeah.
I want to test it
I
because
like the mentality. I don't like the actual 60 cards.
No.
Yeah. Yes. Well, but I said to these guys a couple of weeks ago, I was asking if we got any Dratinis and Dragonairs when I was looking for cards, and they laughed at me. So that's all I'm saying.
I'll still laugh at you. I'll always laugh at you.
Yeah, that's true. Technically, I went 1-0 against Darkrai.
I'm testing it tonight, Luke.
That's what I'm testing right now.
Let's see if it impresses me. If it changes my mind.
we're taking it to Malmo.
Yeah.
We're taking it to Malmo, definitely.
It's my number one choice right now.
Your
Very
number
strong.
one.
Number one.
And just following up his Turbo Zygarde.
I mean, the flight is cheap, so I guess you can waste your money.
It's so funny on the card drive up there. Luke was like, "I'm pretty sure for Malmo, I'm going to be playing Turbo Zygarde unless Decidueye wins this weekend."
Yeah.
So, I know what's now his number one choice.
I was so sad.
Yeah.
So sorry.
No Skull Grunt.
Nope. He drew back into 2 DCs after Hollow went.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'm good at this game.
I heard you are the Joe from OmniPoke after
Skillful,
all.
skillful drawing.
I love how that's a thing. I love it.
Brilliant.
Like, how did it actually, like...
Who knows?
Someone.
It was actually Kirkham, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bloody Kirkham. Kirkham and his ways.
Damn it, Kirkham.
God damn it. Still no Skullcrow.
Good.
I just drew, like, what the fuck is this hand? What the fuck? I drew into... Oh, excuse me.
What the fudge?
What the
Everyone
hell?
heard fudge.
Oh my goodness. This is a suboptimal hand.
Dun dun dun.
I drew into 4 fire energies of my Lily.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
All you need.
Keep melting horning.
No more
It's good.
complaints.
So good.
Okay, let's take some prizes before we decide what we're doing here. Here come the easy two.
You're not gonna get a grass energy, that's fine. Oh, did you get a different prices?
No. Don't
Oh,
worry.
I'm still alive. Max potion.
Play Max
Top
Potion.
deck max potion. Top deck max potion. I'm good at this game.
Oh my god, one left. Come on.
Top deck.
Feels bad.
We take those.
We can both out skillfully draw each other.
I watched the stream back, Joe,
Yeah?
and when I pull that face, you can hear your voice break.
It's so stupid. So stupid.
Oh, I haven't gone back to watch the games with Mark Lutz. I want to.
Oh, Mark Lutz. With
His,
his crazy
his facial expressions are hilarious as well.
Such a funny guy.
Yeah. You don't want to take the easy prices on Bumblebee?
Easy prize, as in single.
Fair enough. Makes your deck worse if you take the price.
See how good your 3 cards are.
There are a lot of red in there.
Would you ever consider Oranguru in this list? Because you can,
Houndoom?
yeah, you can Winona to search it out.
Oh boy.
So set on Winona.
No, I have not considered Oranguru
Shocker.
because it's
That was an error.
Winona, like what Winona in this deck, so you always have it on turn 1, just like Collector. Just it's good.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop. It's Plume o'clock.
Whoopie-doop. Hey, that's pretty good.
Enough of your
Plume
shenanigans.
Hey.
Let's not forget these. These are pretty important. Winona is the new Shauna? Maybe. I'm gonna make Winona work. It's a really strong card. It's just we don't have any strong colourless Pokemon in the entire format.
Tauros GX. Shaman.
Yeah, just search
Nubia.
out 2 Taurus and a Shaman. Easy.
Yeah, that works. Oh, that's a nice Sycamore you have in there.
Playing the next turn for the win.
Yeah.
You can't see that I have win on board? Oh, too bad. Make Love Not War Turtle is now following. Thanks so much. Look at this maths. Right, I need to think about if I actually need to put down this Decidueye line.
Yeah. Do it. Sky Return. Search the premises. Beedrill EX.
It's coming.
Did the winning list play Beedrill EX?
Yeah. Played
I
one
thought-
Lugia, one Jirachi, one Taurus, one Beedrill.
Alright. Yeah, I haven't looked at all the lists yet, but
I'm pretty sure I played Beedrill.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
I
it
can
is.
see why. I can see why.
Oh, don't make me take the single prize. God damn it. Oh no! My damage! It's gone. It's all gone.
Houndoom is strong. Believe me, guys.
You don't have energy in that hand of yours that's massive.
No, I don't.
You definitely don't have it.
No, I
So
don't have it.
let's just put that to bed.
Let me think. Do I have it?
No, it doesn't matter now. Oh fuck, he had it.
Good games.
Well played.
Houndoom Mill. Destroying it.
Yeah.
See, there's a good chance when there's no Valbloom for 15 turns.
Yeah. That was pretty ballsy from me. I think my list not playing Floatstone completely wrecked me there. But
Yeah.
it only really wrecks you against Mill. Against everything else, you can kind of afford to do that.
But Mill is Mill. It's like, eh.
I don't really want to play around Mill when I can just...
No, like,
Win
sure
on it.
was only like maybe 3, maybe 5 people or something out of the entire field playing Houndoom.
Yeah.
I know 3 for a fact, but there's probably like 2 randoms.
Okay.
Say, oh, there was Wailords. There was Wailords.
They were Warlords this
No,
weekend?
no,
Really?
there were 2 or 3, maybe 4 Wailords actually.
Jesus.
With, yeah, I don't know.
Right, let's have one more game.
Yeah, I have to go after that.
Okay. Make a Persimmon deck. I can show off my list for Persimmon. I just don't think it's very good right now.
Ooh. Is it hybrid or is it straight STS? We'll see. But the thing is, I think this deck is much better than Wailord.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is active mill. Like with Wailord, you have to be reactive all the time.
Yeah.
And this is reactive and active.
Yeah.
Sometimes Wailord, your opponent can do things that you really can't really control. You can't manipulate at all. You just got to sit there and smile.
Yeah, it's all reactive basically.
I like the list that could Sky Return bounce though, because that gave you that tiny little bit of activeness.
Definitely. Like in theory, that was really awesome, but I tested it and it just didn't pull it off all the time.
Yeah. And it couldn't be Greninja, and that's when Greninja was actually a thing.
But that was the same for Houndoom. Janus still made. Martin Janus managed to play London and dodge Volcanion and Greninja for 14 rounds in a row.
That's not bad. Not bad. Perfect deck.
It's like, yeah, it's good.
Must be nice.
Exactly. Like I faced 4 Volcanions that day, but I had fun, and that's important.
Yeah.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
That's what they all say.
Wait, I just realized I could just look up the stream,
Nah.
but I'm not gonna do that.
Always searching the premises.
I'm always
Always
playing
switch
against
scripts.
Gumshoes. That's why I always top deck.
Yeah.
It's the only way to beat these people.
That's a nice Hoopa. Would be a shame if somebody was gonna Lysander it.
It's cool.
Start attaching.
You'll get Despair Raid soon.
Fair. What do you guys think of the... Oh wait, this is the Max Elixir version versus Mega Turbo. Why do you play Max Elixir over Mega Turbo?
Ask Jack.
I went with it this weekend on a couple of reasons. One, because I feel it's so much more into the play in the early turns. Like Max Elixir just kept on clogging up my hand, and like you can't really use them turn one. Also because Giratina won Anaheim, it means that you can actually set up a baby Gardi in a turn against Giratina, and you can just win against Giratinas that way rather than having to Mega Turbo and then find Hex as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's a lot less space, and there were cards that I kind of wanted all the way through the day, but I took the hit of space instead of I wanted a second Super Rod, and me and Joe have just been talking, and I now want to change up the supporter line as well. So I think for Malmo, I might go with the Mega Turbo list just because I want to try some other cards in Gardi. But yeah, it was. I really like the Max Elixir list.
Everyone's raging.
Why?
Everyone's angry about Max Elixir. It just got top 8, guys. Chill.
Yeah, but it's in Europe, so it doesn't matter.
With 9 energy, yes. We play 9 energy.
Yeah.
Would you keep the Skylar, Jack? Would you keep Skylar?
Yeah, Skylar turn 1 for it's just a 5th Ultra Ball essentially, but it's just so good.
Goodbye, Houndoom. This deck is just ridiculous. But I don't know. I feel like Max Elixir is. I would rather play that because it's like 100% you hit it. But that's just me. If it works for you, it works. So
Yeah.
It's not like you need to hit it 100% though. It's only really
No.
it's only really your backup Gardi that matters. Like, you need to hit one of your, like, 4, I think, a lot of the time to keep up. And plus, like, Mega Turbo is not 100% either, because a lot of the time you have to discard it before you get your Mega.
yeah, fair enough. I guess it's fair.
I can see why it doesn't necessarily make as much sense though, just because with the Mega Turbo build as well, you can it's so much easier to just get rid of half damaged Guardies, because you know you're just going to have your Mega Turbos active as well. Like, there were a lot of times where I was like, well, I've Max Elixir 2 energy onto this, so do I really want to have essentially wasted those 2 Max Elixirs just because like that energy is wasted? I think there's definitely pros and cons to both.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, definitely Skylar. Skylar was so good this weekend.
Oh, bad players are bad players.
Hey now.
Jesus.
Keep your opinions to
it's
yourself. I'm trying.
Not you, no. Someone's literally just against me gone for turn 1 Volplume, and all they've got on their board is a Rowlet and a Dartrix.
Hey.
That's all you need.
That
What
is
you got?
need.
See, this is a prime example of Gumshoe's walling, just for a few turns until I draw into something.
He says, drawing into nothing. Damn it!
Still nothing.
I love that the strategy against his deck with Gardi is just announce despair ray. Do it again.
If you can. If you
Do
can.
it again. I was thinking all day, like as soon as we saw 2 in top 32, pretty much all car journey to the Airbnb and back was like, right, how do I beat Houndoom?
Yeah.
I have no idea how I beat Houndoom.
I
just managed to dodge you both.
I think the rats list would have given you a lot more trouble, because here, like, grunt plus crunch, like, would absolutely wreck a build that doesn't play Mega Turbos. But I
Yeah.
guess we're the rarer build, so uh-oh. Poker puff.
Well, I mean, I'm not drawing into it. Like, not drawing into anything really hurts as well for a few turns.
Yeah.
Like, I've played a couple of Guardies, like one day one,
Mhm.
and 2. I played 2 of the hybrids, day 2.
Mhm.
I versus Tobias Witkowski. I lost that one,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Even the hybrids seem really focused on the Primal Clash. I think they're only playing 1 Despair Ray. I wouldn't even call it, like, it is the hybrid, but like it doesn't feel as hybridy as the one that I played in Leipzig. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was really like super mid-rangey, I thought. And theirs is like a lot more greed.
Yeah, but a lot of like with this deck, you sometimes just have hands of 3 max potions and 2 crushing hammers and bad stuff. Stuff you cannot use. So sometimes you'll just have dud games that you lose turn 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
but that makes up for really long games sometimes.
Mm.
Can we get there? Dunna.
Probably.
I think probably as well.
Yeah, that's game, right?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, with
5
Dragonite.
to 6, 7. Yeah, we got there.
GG.
Yes, Gardi. We can beat things. Woo! Nice one. Well, thanks, David, for coming on and talking about a list that I had a few questions for.
Well, thanks for letting me talk about the deck.
Of course.
And try and get that playmat sorted out for next season.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If anyone has a good idea for there's people watching right now, so if anyone has a good idea for a playmat with Houndoom, then it has to be something funny or
Yeah.
Something.
Because
let me know in the chat.
Your Toad one is getting outdated.
Yeah, like I used to have a playmat with Toad and Crushing Hammer and Enhanced Hammer on it, but that's not relevant anymore. So if anyone has a good idea, let me know.
Nice one.
Alrighty.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, cheers
worries.
for coming on.
Cheers, David.
See you again soon.
Yo.
There he goes. All right then. I guess that means we can naturally move on to your list, Jack. I'll put it up here because I think I've got the exact same 60.
Pow.
Make sure it is the same before we carry on and I beetle around. But
Yeah, well,
Beedle.
I've got it on now. I think it's the same 60 that you played. You played
Let's have a
double
look.
Hex, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
got
it.
there. You got there.
Perfect.
Okay, so why did you pick Mega Gardevoir EX?
See you soon, Mark.
See you, Mark.
See you soon, buddy. It beats Mega Mewtwo, and that was popular in Anaheim.
Yep.
I felt like the Dark matchup was 50-50 to positive for me, so that was important. I think the Dragon matchup with, as I said when we were talking with David, with Elixirs, I think the Dragon matchup is... Actually, I didn't get to play one all day, so never got to test this theory, but I feel like in theory it could actually be easier.
It is. It's easier than Turbo Dark. Yeah.
Just because you have weakness on one of their dudes, so that's another 2 prizes, like not free 2 prizes, but easy 2 prizes.
It's not only like it's 2 prizes, and it's like unlike the Turbo Dark deck, you're actually taking energy off their board. You're taking damage off.
That was the thing when like against the Dark matchup, you generally have to kill 2 Darkrai's and then 1 Shaman or Hooper, just because otherwise you don't have enough resources to kill 3 Darkrai's usually. So a lot of the time, I was having to go for 2 Darkrai's and then get a Hooper or a Shaman to close out the game. So yeah, I felt the matchups were pretty good. I played at a league challenge the week before. My only loss was Volcanion. So yeah, I felt like I knew how to play the deck as well. So yeah, it was just kind of a straightforward pick for me.
And there weren't that many Rays in the room. I think it was more popular than Mewtwo, which is weird, but there's still it was a low proportion of Ray around.
I think there were about 5% of each. I thought I saw.
Yeah. Okay.
So for every
good
quote unquote auto win, there was a quote unquote auto loss.
Yeah, and Rainbow Force was very low representation overall as well. So
yeah,
those are like the actual auto losses. How did you
find
the?
However, Ray is an auto loss, but
not this one time.
This one time.
This one time.
I think you're gonna. Yeah, we'll get onto that when I get to the report.
This one time on backup stream.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where apparently Joe was like, "Nah, you don't wanna put that match on. It's so heavily in Ray's favor. It will be a really bad game."
Yeah,
However,
because Ross was like, at some point, he really wanted to put Stefan on. And you were both XO at that point, so he was like, oh, Stefan's definitely getting on. And I was like, hold on, he's up against Beetle over here. And then I ended up, because I wasn't actually commentating that, I think I wasn't commentating.
no, you weren't.
No, I wasn't. So we have like we watch the screens at the back, and I was actually on my break, so I could just look at the backup stream the whole time, and I was literally just like jaw dropping, like, oh my god, he's gonna do it! He did it! What is going on here? What is going on here?
Every respect to Stefan, that felt like such a good win, just because it was Ray, and I was like, oh, felt so good. Him just. Because as soon as I sat there, I've been told he was playing Vespiquen, so I was sitting there for like 2 minutes thinking, right, what do I do against Vespiquen? What do I do against Vespiquen? And then he turned with Array. I'm like, oh,
nuts. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'll talk about the rest of the day.
What happened with your water, Jack?
You what? Sorry.
What was the water issue?
Oh, I don't know how it happened. Oh, okay. James has mentioned it.
Yeah,
I don't actually fully know how it happened. Apparently, my lid wasn't quite on in my bag properly.
Oh, you wet yourself.
Only the cards, but
so much worse.
my whole folder.
Oh.
However, there were 4 casualties, and it was 4 team player grunt. That is all that got wet.
Wow, that's impressive.
So,
it means you can't play Houndoom now.
This weekend was such a roller coaster. That was the end of day 1.
Yeah.
Before that, we'd had the list error, which was
Christ, because that was actually highlighted by us because we had your list for the stream.
Yeah.
That was what was really bad, because I felt like, even though it wasn't me, I felt personally guilty because we put you on stream and then you get a penalty for it. It actually happened. It happened to other people as well. It's surprising how many things get caught wrong on deck lists all the time.
Me and Tamal were talking on the way up there, or I think it was the night before actually.
Yeah.
About how there was this one time where he didn't write something right on his list, and he got deep. It was in Liverpool.
Yep.
And we were like, oh, we'll never do that again. And then literally the next day I do it, and we're like, is this just a custard cream curse? Is this just a curse?
So yeah, stupid.
Starting from round 1. Round 1 was against Ampharos, which donks me one game, which is terrifying. But
how did it donk? It donked a Shaman or a Dragonite?
No, Mega. So he got the Mega out. I didn't draw a Pokemon. Game 2, I started Gardi, didn't draw a Pokemon.
Yeah.
He went first. Went into my turn, didn't draw anything. Went into his turn.
Wow.
He got Electrode, DCE, Mega, Spirit Link Mega, and just did 170. I was like, right, okay.
Yeah. Is this real life?
But yeah, scraped a win in that game. Game 2 was against Lycanroc, which I had no business winning. That deck is insane. But so game 1, he just like completely destroys me. You can't really do much against something that can hit 210 with a GX attack pretty easily. And has Carbink as well, which was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But game 2, he prizes 2 Lycanroc, and there his last 2 prizes. So he can't win game 2. And game 3, on turn 2 of time, I show him an N and put it into my hand face down, and he just starts shuffling his hand in, which was unfortunate for him, but he was very accepting that he was too quick on the mark to
Those big tournament nerves, they do come into consideration.
Yeah, they definitely do. And we asked about what the ruling was, and Kelly did rule it as, unfortunately, it's an unretrievable game state, so it's considered a game loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I won round 2 literally by the skin of my teeth. Round 3 was against Mewtwo. Yeah, which also took a game from me, which was also scary.
Did it play any techs, or was it just pretty straightforward? Did it play Espeon?
I think it played Espeon. I think I saw a 1-1.
Okay. 4 Mega Turbo actually makes it closer than you'd think, so I'm not surprised that you actually lost the game.
Again, it was just a case of not being able to draw any more Pokemon. It happened a couple of times on the day, unfortunately. But yeah, like in the games where I did draw into Mega Gardi pieces and energy and stuff, it did feel like I was just because the fact that you can one-shot their Megas without discarding anything is just nuts. You just take so much off the board.
A lot of people still hate on Mega Turbo. It's funny.
Well,
We can
I'm
carry
not
on.
saying. Okay.
I'm not saying that it's always better. It's just for this tournament we preferred this build.
I'm playing Mega Turbo Malmo. Like that's how split of a decision it is.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, round 4 was Ray against Stefan, and that was just a roller coaster in itself because I've never seen a Ray win against a Gardi win against Ray, and I'm sitting there thinking, am I doing this right, or is something going wrong here?
Yeah.
But he misses like turn 1, game 1, turn 1. I hex him, and he just can never really keep up with me after that.
That's the dream.
Game 2, he just does Ray things. Game 3, he whiffs Skyfield, and then when he gets Skyfield, he whiffs 7th Pokemon. So it's a 2-shot war, but I'm getting rid of all my bench.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's pretty even.
Ridiculous.
Round 5 was against Benjamin Bray. Is it? I want to say Brayans, but I never knew how to say it. Barons. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Brayans or Barons, but like I've never had to say the name aloud. So, but yeah, that was a stream game that was against Turbo Dark where he just destroyed me, and then
Anything hilarious happen in that game, Jack, or just a normal game?
I'm pretty sure it was just pretty simple. Something about
But nothing hilarious happened.
I think he used a shaman under his own silent lab or something. I don't know. No, yeah, I beat you guys. But I don't think I had any business winning that game anyway. I think I was pretty far behind.
I think you were behind, yeah.
But yeah, stream nerves and stuff. We'll go with that.
And let's not he did draw the nuts. I mean, his list was really good.
I really like I've looked at his list since, and I think that his list is insane.
His list was great. It's the same list that Tord played.
Yeah.
Same 60, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I think he was fairly unlucky not to top 8, from what I hear. So
yeah. Round 6. So yeah, after round 5, this was when the list thing happened. I hadn't filled my list out correctly. I got the lightest punishment in the world. I was for sure thinking I'd have at least a round loss or something, but no, they just gave me a game loss. So going into round 6, I was 1-0 down already against Lurantis Plume, and just managed to.
That's not a deck you want to go 1-0 against as well, because they only need one game to go first.
Yeah, he just needed to find Plume.
And when you get a game loss, do you still flip the coin, don't you? You don't elect.
No.
Oh, you elect to go second.
Yeah, it's considered.
Go first?
It's considered a proper game. So
oh, okay.
Cool. I asked the judge because I was like, I have no idea. He said you're allowed to choose. I said, well, I don't want to just choose and then find out I'm wrong. So I asked the judge anyway, and he said, yeah, that's like the same table judge came over anyway because he wanted to tell my opponent like why I'd got the game loss and stuff.
Okay.
And he said, yeah, well, it's considered you've played a game 1 already, so
right.
You can just choose.
Okay.
So I did get to go first at least. And yeah, he just missed. I think there was one game he didn't. He maybe missed turn 1 Plume both games, but there was one game he got it turn 2. But by then I'd done enough to a Lurantis that he was also kind of turning his own. Like I think he kind of just got the Plume down to stop me getting anything, so he didn't have a second Lurantis out.
Yeah.
By then I'd hit the Lurantis once anyway, so as long as I kept on finding Megas and stuff,
yeah,
I was always able to out attack at him.
Yeah,
really.
That's what's weird. I found the same thing happen with Passimian. When it goes second, you can just out damage it, and if they can't set up their second one quickly enough, even if they do set it up, they have to hit you for like 40, and it's like, well, I've hit you again for another 110.
Yeah.
Plus.
He also played Ariados, which was interesting because it did mean he could GX for a knockout.
Oh, that's cool.
But I think there was one game where he didn't have enough energy, so he wasn't able to GX as plus Poisonous Nest to get the knockout, which was unfortunate. But yeah, again, it was another scrape through. But I did it. Game 7 was against Turbo Dark, which was just pretty simple. Win, loss, win. It's really dependent on who gets the first hit in. I was saying it's about who goes first, but if either of them, if the person going first doesn't get the first hit, or more than the first hit,
It's
just
the
more
first
like
hit on
energy.
in the important attacker. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, any game that you are able to hit first, I felt favoured just because it is just a 2-shot war, and it's very rare that either of you can get up to the damage to 1 shot.
Yeah.
So if you can initiate the 2-shot war first, it's nice. Plus, also you can, again, it's another matchup where you can actually 2-shot, 1 shot against something on the bench as well. And then ID into day 2.
Nice. So yeah, you're saying changes for Malmo. We're thinking, for more than anything, we want just spaces, which is why we'd go back to Mega Turbo. So would you go down to 8 energy, 7, and a letter, or just pure 7? What do you think?
I'd go 8 energy. I think I'd go 3. I think I'd try 3 turbo to start with.
Okay, so just gaining the 2 spaces.
So that gives me 2 spaces. I think I'd then put in a PCL.
Yeah.
We were talking about second Rattata.
Yeah, maybe second rat, maybe PCL with the intention of improving our Decidueye matchup. Or what was the other thing I was thinking of? There was a card I was thinking of. I just can't remember it now.
I also want to try 2 Sycamore, 1 Lily.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh, potentially an extra rope or an extra float.
Oh yeah, that's
not a float, an extra rope or switch. Yeah. But yeah, and then in day 2, so you were, what seed were you in?
7th
after day 1.
Going into day 2.
Yeah, it was a really weird top 32 where everyone was like 1 point between each other, apart from like the top 4 decks.
Yeah.
It was bizarre. So literally like anyone had a chance to make top 8, it seemed.
Yeah, definitely.
So
day 2, it was Turbo Dark again. It was just win, loss, win. Round 2 was Turbo Dark again. This was a rematch against Benjamin.
The grudge
and in
match.
this case, I 2-0'd him. Unfortunately, game 1, we were both 1 turn from winning, but he whiffed the knockout by 10 damage.
Lovely.
And then game 2, he just started double shaming and just didn't draw any cards. So
even better.
I just had to go aggro to find turn 1 or turn 2 Gardi. But yeah, that was it felt like a relief when he didn't draw it well game 2, because I was like, okay, this I've got away with murder here. Got away with murder. Because his list was really, really good. Like 3 EXP share is just so difficult to deal with.
And third Shaman won him the game against you as well, I think, on one of the stream games.
Yeah.
The fact that he played 3, he and Tord both played 3 Shaman in their list, and that's really rare for Turbo Dark.
I watched his interview after our game, and he said it. Like his reasoning definitely made sense. Like a lot of the time, you're just digging for Lysander, and they're ending you. They're like, okay, I'll end them to 2 or 1 card, and
exactly.
Try and win that way.
So
just having a third Shaman. Yeah. So it made a lot of sense. Round 3 was against Vileplume Box. Game 1, game 1 I win. Game 2 he sets up a Regice and a Magina. Pretty much.
That'll do.
Turn after turn. So he turn 1 he attaches. Turn 2 he gets the Regice. I think I then Lysander something and he can't knock it out. So the next turn I Lysander again and kill the Regice, but by then he's got a Magina set up. So I'm like, right, okay, I'm just gonna scoop this game.
Is this a different plume box to?
No, it was the same one as top 8.
Oh, same. Okay.
Yeah. And that game he also got turn 1 plume, and you just can't do anything. You just cannot do anything. Like this deck relies on turn 1 Ultra Ball.
Just for the people on the stream, look back last week where I'm playing 3 XP share and look at the reactions that people gave me. They were all trolling me for 3 XP share, and now you know, guys. Trust me. Trust me.
And we kind of predicted the Decidueye this weekend.
Yeah.
We kind of predicted the win.
We said, again, go back to the
Trust
top
us.
10 lists. We said
Please.
it will reward the brave players who actually choose it.
Oh, hey, it won.
Oh, guys. Oh, baby. Anyway.
Damn it. Trust us, guys. But yeah, so actually, and then game 3 of that game, I dig so hard and managed to get a turn 2 knockout on a beginner.
That's filth. That's actually filth.
And it just kind of puts him out of the game because he can't. I'm pretty sure he had like a 2-1-2 Vileplume line prize, and he played a 3-3-3. So it was just like there was just no way he was getting Plume out of that game. And at that point, there's easily 6 prizes on the board for me. So then round 4 was against the winner. I offer the ID because all I need is 1 point to get into top 8, and he's like, "No, I think I want to play it out." And I know he's playing Decidueye, and I know it's a horrible matchup, so I'm like, oh, okay. It does eventually go to a tie. I can't really remember much about the game. I'm pretty sure it's just kind of how you expect. I did do a Beedle under Ability Lock again. I'm pretty sure. That's the other game that did that.
Great news.
Glad
that you learned from your experience.
But yeah, it was just kind of. I think like nothing crazy happened that game. Game 1, he got like 2 Decidueye and Vileplume out, and a Tauros out, and then game 2 he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a pretty simple matchup. If they get the stuff out, then they usually win. If they don't, then Gardi can usually outpace them.
Nice. Ooh, Captain Sea Dog is now following. Cheers. And Mecha Watcher's got to go, so see ya.
Thank you for joining us this week. And then my last round was against Tord as well, but he agreed to ID just because there was no point in us playing out because, like, we were both guaranteed in if we ID'd. So
yeah, nice one.
Yeah, and then top 8 was a rematch against Fabian, playing Plume Box, and both games he got turn 1 Plume.
Lush.
So sad, so sad. But yeah, like I knew going into top 8, I would make it to top 4 if he didn't get turn 1 Plume. If he did, I wouldn't. It wasn't a case of me misplaying my way out of it. I don't think it just depended on how he drew.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't that bothered about losing to that because I knew it wasn't my fault. It was just whether he had the heart of the cards or not.
Fair enough.
But yeah, he was a really nice guy. Friends with Mehdi.
And there's no real reason why this shouldn't be a decent play for Melbourne and Malmo for us, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't have much time to test, so I'm still sticking with this, and I'm not worried at all. Like, I think Turbo Dark will... until probably Sun and Moon 2, I think Turbo Dark will still be one of the best decks in the format, and it will be one of the most piloted decks in the format. So
yeah,
it's just so solid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice one. I'm actually going to look at my Turbo Dark credits quickly. I think I've made changes. Yeah, I've put in 2 Hex now for Decidueye.
Good weekend. Good weekend.
Yeah, nice. Oh, someone wanted to see the Persimmon list, actually. If they're still there, let's quickly show it off. I think Decidueye... Persimmon is fairly unplayable now because of Decidueye hype. But there was one person playing it this weekend. One man played it. Or woman. Where is my Persimmon? That's here. So for anyone interested... Oh wow, this is not my list. I was trying out Herdia. Don't play it. It's bad in this deck. Where's my E-Hammer? Is E-Hammer in here? It should be.
So yeah, after this weekend, I was able to confirm that I'm also going to Malmo in a week and a half. So, Jesus, that's like literally 9 days away.
Literally.
Holy moly! More and more Pokemon.
More to come. Yeah, so that's Persimmon, but the time is not right for Persimmon because
One of the seals on these boxes is breaking. Is it a sign I should open it?
Decidueye plume is big. And yeah, a lot of people are asking about Gyarados, and I think Gyarados will not be seen for another few weeks because
It's
Decidueye.
weird because, like, without a doubt, Anaheim in my mind was the last time you could play Gyarados. So it was really interesting to see people still, like, obviously Decidueye was a lot more popular this weekend than it was in Anaheim. But it was really interesting to still see it, obviously top cut, because I'm fairly certain there's no way it's a good play for another 2 or 3 weeks now. Just because Decidueye won. If something else had won, then and Decidueye hadn't had still been as popular it was, but hadn't won, I still think it may not be too bad. But the fact that Decidueye won just kind of put the nail in the coffin for a little while, I think.
Agreed.
How is my CP? Oh, only like 128. It's not worlds worthy.
Those triple figures though.
Yeah, I had no reason to believe I'd be I'd be getting to triple figures this year because I'd been tying more games than I'd been playing apparently. But yeah, like if I can get 200 this year, I'll be happy, or 250. If I can get half of an invite, I'll be happy. Just because I screwed up the first 2 tournaments of the year.
So someone's asking, is Decidueye a bit like Mega Ray in the fact that it's very easily countered, like with Volcanion? I don't. From my personal testing, I've been positive against Volcanion as Decidueye. And that's playing against good people, not just Beatles who bench everything. I think if Volcanion wants to actually tech for Decidueye, the best thing they can do is play Flareon. Because Volcanion can one-hit, sure, but then it has to wait a turn.
Yeah.
So it's basically the same as 2-hitting stuff, and it also feeds enough damage for Lugia naturally, where they can like get through you. But if you Flareon, you net yourself like a guaranteed 4 prizes, and that is very, very strong. So that's my 2 cents on that. But
the thing is as well, Volplume can just do things against anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Even bad matchups, it can swing it for you.
Yeah. Volplume early is really annoying for Volk because they are very item focused. So it's not even the deck that I'm most concerned about if I was to play Decidueye Plume. Annoyingly, Mirror is like the most Beedle matchup I've ever had to play against. That's the thing that puts me off the deck more than anything else. I think the Mirror is, for one, like it can be unskillful in the fact that, oh derp, I went second and lost because I have Lone Rowlet and you did get Plume. But even when it comes to longer games, it can just be really derpy at times as well.
Do you have my list, Joe?
Your list? No.
Yeah.
If you send it to me, I'll build it.
Loads of people are asking for it on there.
I can. I remember it loosely because I've seen it before, and obviously I commentated your game. Have you gone and listened back to that?
I have, yes.
Did you see Philip's facial expressions?
Yes. So sad.
So unimpressed. And your stupid little wolfy glick at the start. Oh, I was creasing. I was absolutely creasing. Oh, it's funny.
Oh dear. Where shall I send it to you?
Facebook's fine.
Have you got Facebook open?
I've actually got it up for once because I want to look at the Hey Fonte thing that my poll.
That's fair.
Because I wanted to reference it at some points today. Wow, Decidueye Plume. So for those who don't know, there's a Facebook group called Hey Fonte, and I posted a poll. I think it was before. What tournament was it before?
Anaheim.
The last one. Was it before Anaheim? Yeah, it was before Anaheim. Before Anaheim. I posted a poll of like, what's the play? And I did one again today, looking at Melbourne. And right now, Decidueye Plume is the top with 58 votes. The second most voted is Rayquaza with only 27. So it's like a firm leader for the best deck, what people are thinking right now. Rayquaza, Turbodark, Volk, Houndoom Mill is actually the 5th most popular choice.
Yeah.
The Mega Gardi, Vespiquen, Mewtwo, Dark Dragons. Dark Dragonair has the same amount of votes as Dark Dragons.
Yeah, it does.
I love that Luke Burke voted every single one. Just so he could get the little bird face in there. That's funny. Okay.
Have you voted, Joe?
No. I have not.
Ooh. Dow's voted Lycanroc. Do not think it's the time for Lycanroc right now.
Isn't it weed to grass?
Yeah.
It does get rid of energy though, so I don't think they ever actually attack you as the Decidueye player. It depends if they can answer the Garb or not. I'm assuming Lycanroc will play Garb. Because it should. Lycanroc Garb, I think, can actually beat Decidueye. Some small amount of times. I actually think a lot of the time now, you have to play Garb with Hex, just so that when you get Beedrilled or whatever, you can actually still develop Garb later on.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a beetle, but...
Alright, I'm gonna go and grab a drink.
Is Facebook still used in the UK? In Austria, it's only used by the dumbest in society. That's Hey Fonte. No, I use Facebook all the time. All the time. Houndoom's a bad card. How can anyone play that? I think it proved itself. It's viable at the very least.
Oh, I just want to open these boxes. Luke, buy them off me. Take them away from me.
Oh, baby. Turn 3, 280.
Does anyone else think Joe is looking more and more like his avatar? I need to wear the whole yellow shirt, blue thing.
Do it.
Oh, shebang. Do it for Malmo.
Could do. No, I can't do actually, because I'm contracted to wear other things.
Oh, right.
If they arrive.
If they arrive.
Yeah.
Having to 3-shot this bulky thing.
And here we go. Let's go nuts.
Timer ball. Oh my goodness. Oh, just the one hits. Is it all he
It's
needs?
over.
Done it.
It's over.
Who knows? Yeah, there's Plume. I'm sat on a handful of supporters anyway, so it's kind of fine. I think Volk is even only if Decidueye gets item lock. It depends how quickly they get item lock, obviously. Ooh, they actually GX attacked me. Interesting. Also, after watching the stream, it's quite clear why Joe played rugby. Built like a brick shithouse. It's only because I'm sat next to Nick. That's why. The contrast makes me look even bigger than I am. Hey, the camera adds £10, alright? Back off.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you did, David. I might have to speak to Nitish about selling them, but part of me wants to just open them anyway. They're just tempting me.
We need more fire dogs on stream. We'll get some on in a mo.
Oh, I might take Houndoom Mill to that League Cup in Warlords.
That's fine by me.
Oh, what are you thinking?
Dragon there.
Oh God, here we
Get
go.
rid of all those energies, boy.
It's alright, I'm playing 2 Ranger in mine. Just to
That's fine.
stop you from Dragon Airing me.
I might play Zygarde with Baby Carbink.
Yes, do it.
I want to play something grass, but I don't know
Of
what.
course you do. Of course you do.
I can't play Decidui because I've already lent them out.
Decidui. So, I'm glad when Volplume goes. Well, no, it's not necessarily Volplume, it's Forest, isn't it? Getting all that turn
Sand of the
1.
Game. Nice. That Lurantis drew so well under item lock. It's absurd. They didn't miss a single energy attachment. That's pretty good. Cool. Cool. Jack, do you want to play?
Me? Let me try logging in. It wasn't letting me log in a minute ago.
Talonflame is now new meta since Decidui is so hyped.
Oh,
Why not? Shall I build it?
Here we go.
I mean, there's still enough Volcanion to make me scared to play the deck, but I think there are genuinely worse plays that you could do than Quad Talonflame.
please play it for Malmo. Please.
I never said I'd play the deck, but I think there are worse plays.
Please.
Can you ask your opinion on a list? Of course, James. Send it over. Do you think Greninja will get comeback before Guardians comes out? Definitely not. I think Guardians, I don't think we'll ever see it again. Because
Really?
Decidui is the better deck. And the way you beat Decidui oftentimes involves either Garbodor or a Hex. So, like, Greninja's probably gone for a while. And just naturally the most popular decks just naturally beat Greninja anyway. Like Turbo Dark just stomps Ninja.
Joe, if you want to get another game quickly, just now, just because I haven't updated decks yet. And I'll...
Trying to build my list quickly.
Oh, okay, we can do that.
Oh yeah, do that. Yeah, good idea.
And I'll give a quick review as well.
I knew Luke was here for some reason.
Thanks, mate, thanks. Does well at one tournament, Jesus. It's going to his head.
Right, Mega Turbos.
Oh, what? Still 200 damage?
Are you still Dragon Airing people?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Only 200.
That's rubbish.
He just put 160 on a Darkrai. Hello, Dragonite.
Oh, hello, Max Potion.
Don't
without
tell
the
him, don't tell him.
Uh,
Don't tell him. God.
Dead. Game over.
Don't tell him the best deck in format, guys.
PCL.
How many ball search cards do you play, Luke? Still just 4 Ultra?
4 Ultra, yeah.
Jesus. That triggers me so much.
Triggered.
Are you playing Hooper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally 1 Hooper and then your board set up.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I don't know why he wouldn't play that.
Oh no, sorry, in this deck. I thought you meant in my zygarde list. I thought, surely you got that in front of you. Yeah, it was with this deck I'm playing 4 Ultra 2 level.
Yeah, okay. And Hooper, or no?
And Hooper, yeah, I've put Hooper in. Tamal and Jack didn't agree with Hooper, but I
Why
think
not?
We didn't disagree, did we? We just didn't put it in.
I don't know, but it's insane.
I think, because the main thing is, you live in the dream, you hit your Dragonair, but like, you also need to have a board to put them on. Otherwise, you're just going like 10 energy spunked all onto a Darkrai, and then you just hope they can't one-hit you.
Yeah.
Damn it. What happened to PG Stream?
Spunk. Spunk is
All over.
fine.
All over the energy. Right, where's the Decidueye list?
Spunk isn't a swear word. I could probably get away with that on the mainstream.
Nah.
Oh. Do you know what? I've agreed to do overtime tomorrow morning.
Oh, what a plonker.
Beetle.
All these trips abroad, I need to pay for them somehow.
Yeah, that's fair. 1N. No Lily. So greedy.
Oh yeah, Lily. Good call.
Literally everyone is playing Decidueye online. I think 50% of my games have been Decidueye. Or Volk.
The real way to beat Decidueye is playing Mega Sceptile. Bring it back, boys. I'm on.
Bring it back.
I'm on Ross's pod this weekend. I mean, tomorrow. Today. It'll be up today, maybe.
Yeah, it's today.
But yeah, I did it on Monday morning. I was very tired and hungover. Playing Cards Against Humanity with a lot of the a lot of the German guys, a lot of David's friends who made the trip over. It was great fun. Some of their humour is just so different to ours. It was quite interesting to look at like what some people were just laughing at, and obviously like Auschwitz and Mecha Hitler, just like it was like playing an ace spec. It was like an insta win card. They just like were loving it. Oh, it's funny. But there was also like loads of custom ones about Pokemon people. It was funny.
I dread to think.
You were in there, Jack.
Oh boy. Don't think I have a Turbo Dark list.
It was Jack old beetling on stream.
Yeah. I'll
Not really, but
happily
anyway.
take that.
Right, Luke. Deck 3 of the day. Talk me through why you played this little beetle here.
All right, let's maximise my screen so I can actually see it.
He's got no idea what he played.
No.
No.
Oh wait, I played that, really? So before, as you guys probably know, but obviously everyone else won't. Literally until we were sat in our seats writing this out, I had 3 deck choices and I hadn't decided. I'd done a bit of testing on all 3.
That Friday night was hilarious.
Yeah, I just couldn't decide. So my 3 choices were zygarde, Mega Mewtwo, or Scissor Hammers. My theory behind Scissor Hammers was I expected a lot more Gardi than there was, because I think it's fairly decent against Darkrai, and there's a lot of Mewtwo in Anaheim as well, and Mewtwo and it obviously auto wins Mewtwo a lot of the time. But Scissor Hammers was a real grind against Darkrai, and I still thought Darkrai would be the most popular deck on the day. So it took me down to Mewtwo and zygarde again because I was scared of the amount of Gardi I thought there'd be. I ended up settling on oh, the stream's gone off for me.
Still going.
Okay. So I ended up settling on zygarde because zygarde actually has obviously a good Dark-Ride matchup and a good Guardian matchup. So I thought they'd be the two most popular decks. So I thought I'd go against that. I still thought Evital would be fairly popular, which is why I ended up playing the Tauros because it helps that matchup so much. And two Kukui, because that two Kukui and Regirocks then nullify resistance and still give you a bit of a boost in terms of damage exchange, because that was always a problem. There's so many times when I played against it in London, you just 10-20 damage short of knockouts so many times on the Evitals, and it just swung the matchup because an extra hit is just game over. So I end up settling on this one. As you can see the list, it is fairly aggressive. You basically want to turn one Hooper. Once you do a turn one Hooper, then you can sort of set up from there. So the counts were 2 Shaman, pretty standard. We all know why that's there. 1 Tauros. Again, the Tauros was for mainly Evital, but it's also good against Decidueye. It gave you a fighting chance if they perhaps didn't set up or something. Because if they hit into it, you can Tauros Madball GX and take a knockout, and they struggle to one-shot it quite a lot of the time, especially if you can get a Fury Belt on. And then Rage then does work, where you can sell perhaps a Power Memory Zygarde behind. 2 Regirock, that's just for damage multipliers, make you hit harder, quicker. 3 Zygarde, obviously the main attacker of the deck, and then Hooper just takes your setup card. Generally, it doesn't really matter what you start with. You probably want to start with a Regirock or a Zygarde, depending on the matchups. Regirock, because you've got your float stones, if you can find them, and licks it to the bench. It sets up from there. Zygarde's obviously your main hitter. As you probably saw on stream, if anyone saw it, you do have an energy switch in the deck as well, so Elixir onto the bench with an active Zygarde.
That was
still
insane.
Always useful.
In both games, it was like game defining. Even though like in game 2 it was the first turn, it was still like such a big deal.
Yeah. Giving me Regirock damage access all game was actually crucial.
Yeah, it was the whole game. Yeah.
The people, I've always been a fan of energy switch in Elixir decks. Even if you just play one energy switch, it always means that your energy switch is never dead. I mean, Darkrai perhaps not as needed because you only need 2 energy and it's energy on board.
Yeah.
But in things like Evital and stuff, I'd still play one energy switch because it just makes your elixirs never a waste, really.
The stadium count is something you've played around with. You've played Silent Labs before. Was there a reason why you went away from that this weekend?
The Silent Labs were obviously when I had the Galvantula build, but Regirock is the basic with abilities which you actually need in a lot of matchups.
Oh yeah.
So Silent Lab was counterproductive.
That's why.
I ended up settling on 2 Parallel, 1 Scorched Earth. The 2 Parallel is just a good card. You can discard your Hooper and your Shaman. You generally use turn 1 to set up.
Yeah.
It's also good against Mega Ray and Rainbow Road. It gives you a bit of a fighting chance. Although I do think to beat Mega Ray you need 3, having played against it.
Okay.
And then Scorched Earth, just a bit of extra draw. And also, if your opponent parallels you, you have a counter statement to bounce it. You're not stuck with that there.
Yeah. Only 1 Power Memory was surprising for me to see because going into the tournament, Mega Mewtwo was expected, as was Gardi from you.
Yeah.
Was it just a thing was it a space? You preferring 3 Fury Belt to like a 2/2 of all tools? Was that something that you'd look back on or?
Well, leading up until the night before, I actually played 2 Power Memory to Fighting Fury Belt.
Yeah.
But that was before I put Tauros in.
Right.
I felt when you're putting Tauros in, you needed the 3rd Fighting Fury Belt because you want to try and get one on there because then it becomes much more of an issue for decks to deal with. Even things like Mewtwo have to try and deal with it and need to put so much energy on to do so because it's a low energy attack cost itself, and even it's just dealing with 230 HP with heal. It's a lot for a lot of decks. And as I said on stream, the game plan in a lot of matchups, you try and take 2 prizes with a Tauros GX, with its Mad Bull attack, 2 prizes with Power Memory, and then you 2-shot in a lot of things. Because you got so much HP and the heal, and people just struggle to deal with it.
Yeah, nice. Still playable, or are you super scared of just Decidueye hype now?
Yeah, I mean, as Jack mentioned earlier on, I was pretty much sat on this for Malmo unless Decidueye won, and it got a lot of hype, and of course it goes and wins because you just can't beat Decidueye. I played, one of my losses was against the eventual winner. And it was over within 2 or 3 turns both games. He got a couple of Decidueye set up and Valplume, and I just can't do a lot. In games I managed to take a couple of prizes, but I'm never winning the trade because even with Fury, if you get Fury bouts down, they just one-shot you because of the snipes they have as well.
The snipes,
So it's just a really difficult matchup. I played 2 Kukui, which a lot of people looked at and thought, well, that's different because you generally set up quite turn 1 a lot of your board state, and then it's just the extra damage. Like in theory, you can do crazy damage turn 1 for 1 energy. So if you zygarde's first attack, there's 20 plus 20 more. If you've got a stadium, so that's 40.
You can do 100,
strong energy. Is it 100?
110 with Fury Belt?
110. Maybe 120. Hold on, let's do the maths. So it's 40 base with the stadium. 60 with strong energy. 80 with 2 Regirock. 90 with Fury Bout, and then Kukui for 110. 110 for 2 energy. It's a lot of damage.
For 1 energy?
It is. For 1 energy, sorry.
And then you throw in elixirs and even E-switch, you can quite comfortably get up there.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to give shall I give a quick breakdown of what I played against?
Yeah, crack on. I might just play it in the background rather than just keep looking at the list. But
yeah, no problem.
Keep talking.
Let's just get it up because I know I sent it over. It's on the Facebook page, wasn't it?
Watch me face all the Decidueye plumes.
Yep.
Let's go. Carry on there.
Okay, so just getting the list of what I played against. It's posted on the. There we go. So round 1, I played against Waterbox. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot this archetype was a thing. Although I did quite like it when the set was first revealed. I thought it had potential. Game 1, he doesn't start very well. I managed to. Well, I'm not doing a lot myself. I hex 2 or 3 turns in a row, while I'm powering up a zygarde, and then just sort of run through him from there. Game 2, I started laying shame in and got donked turn 2. And then game 3, we had a bit more of a game, but I think in that matchup, although they also have 230 HP and heal with Rough Seas, my damage output is just more consistent. That is a hand. That is a hand. Good work, Joe. Good work. So
love your deck, mate. Love your deck.
Oh, dear.
No, it's alright, because you can switch out of anything they Lysander.
It's alright, because this plays only 1 end, so these energies are never going to get out of this hand. They're just going to hit the discard if I ever draw out.
Round 2, I played on stream.
Oh my god, they end me. The dream.
Oh, baby.
I'm alive. What are they doing?
You need elixir energy, switch energy, and knock out that, and then it's game over. Round 2, I was on stream. When I saw who I was up against, initial thought was, I'm going to get shoved on stream here, aren't I?
Yeah.
I saw it and thought, oh god, here we go. So yeah, I was up against Philip Schultz, who I think is number 1 in Europe.
Yeah.
So I thought, we're going to be an interesting game. I heard whispers that they're either playing Evital or Darkrai. So obviously going to sit down and set up, I'm thinking, please be Darkrai. Please be Darkrai. And he turns over a Friday night. I'm like, oh, god damn it. This is going to be interesting. As you may have saw on the stream, the Tauros helped so much. He didn't draw the best. I'll be honest. He got a bit unlucky with discards, but we did test a little bit of Evital just beforehand, and it was doing that. it was having those hands. And
It's
I thought,
actually quite janky. Even his
Yeah.
list, he didn't hit a max elixir until 45 minutes in to your best
Yeah.
of 3.
Wow.
yeah,
He had to sycamore them away, even though he
You
played
didn't tell me
for...
that, Luke.
he-
You didn't tell me that when you told me you beat him.
He played 4 Ultra and 2 Nest Balls, and he still had hands where he just had to sycamore elixirs away because he had no valid
Yeah.
targets. It was so sad.
That sucks.
I really disagree with one shaming. I understand, but I disagree.
I don't think
I really
it
do.
affected the game though.
In game 2, I think it would have helped. There was a point where he needed to knock out, I think it was a Tauros or a zygarde, and he could have dug a bit further with a second shaming. But yeah, anyway, let's not talk about other people's list. He's obviously a very good player, so I'm not
Yeah.
critique it
Yeah,
too
yeah, yeah.
much. But I managed to win that one 2-0. Game 1 was fairly close. We both sort of had a bit of a rubbish start. We were just sort of draw passing a little bit,
Yeah.
doing sort of. I think I was hitting his Fright Night for about 30 damage a turn or something. But the game got set up, and Tauros again put in some work, took some prizes. In game 2, Tauros, although I didn't use his GX attack, it being there in the active meant he passed when he could have done 190 damage.
Yeah.
Because he was just too scared because I had the Fury Belt.
Mm-hmm.
That's really big.
Yeah. Round 3, I'll sit down again against another Evital. But having just played it and sort of figured the matchup out a little bit more, because I hadn't actually tested the matchup with the newer list. But playing it round 2, it sort of helps a lot, and I managed to win that one 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling good, 3-0, and then I come up against the eventual winning with the Decidueye Plume. We set up a bit later than everyone else because he was a bit late to the table. I looked to my right, dart right, Evital, Gardi. Looked to my left, Gardi. He turns over.
Grass.
Well, Gloom, Rowlet. I'm like, oh my days. What is this?
Here we go. Game
1, I managed to get a few elixirs off and Fury Bouts, but I start Regirock and spot my dig and I don't get a float stone. So that's pretty much game over because he just sets up behind it and just snipes me for days.
Mm-hmm.
It takes me a while to get out of the active. I lose that one 2-0. Round 4. Someone's done my... oh, that's Tamal's. I was thinking, hold on, I didn't draw round 4. That was round 4. So round 5. So I'm 3-1, and I get paired up against Darkrai, against He Who Shall Not Be Mentioned. And game 1, I just brick. I don't think I actually attack until it's got to be turn 7 or 8, and by this point he's took 4 or 5 prizes. So I just sort of scoop that one a bit quicker. Game 2, he starts a lone Darkrai, ends and passes. I start Regirock, strong energy, basically up to 90 damage turn 1 with Kukui and donk him. So that was interesting.
Disgusting.
Yeah. And then game 3, again, I have a really slow start. I think he's taken 3 prizes before I've attacked. I stabilise, bring it back. At one point, I think a Sycamore needed energy for game. With I think about 20 cards left in deck, and I had 5 energy left in deck, and unfortunately the gods were against me and whiffed it. And then he gets the last 2 prizes for game next turn. So I lose that one, which was frustrating because I built the deck to beat that deck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it happens. And then next round, I'm up against Mega Rayquaza, and I'm thinking, so I've gone from 3-0 to probably 3-0.
Damn it, Luke.
I lost the first game. He went first, got a nut set up, turn 1 hex. I just struggled to stabilise.
Was it one of the day 2 Ray players? There were 2 or
No,
3.
it wasn't. It was Michael Crosby.
Okay.
He won the League Cup in London with Mega Ray. He's been playing Mega Ray all season.
Mm-hmm.
I know him quite well. He's a very competent Mega Ray player. I lose the first game. I managed to win game 2. My parallels and sort of board setup mean that I managed to win game 2. I managed to do a bit of hex chaining as well to slow him down. Game 3 is really close. I basically I have 4 prizes left. He has 2. I paralleled him. and N him to 2 whilst taking a knockout in his Mega Ray. He does have another one charged up. And off that N to 2, he got his full board and managed to KO me. And I had Power Memory on and a Strong and 2 Regirocks on board, so I would have won next turn regardless of what he sent up. So he needed to win that turn. So it was very close, but again, Mega Ray does things. So I'm feeling pretty sad at this point. I've gone from 3-0 to 3-3 and not able to make cut. But then I think top 64 still half a box, 24 points. It puts me on the 300 mark. Let's go for it.
Nice.
And then going from 2 bad matchups in the last 3 to probably the even bigger auto win than Darkrai. So it was Umbreon GX Zoroark with no hammers.
Nice.
Just evolutions. His whole deck's weak to fight in. Both games I've won in sort of 3 or 4 turns. It was nice. I mean, it's unfortunate for him. It was nice to manage to go and get some food and have a bit of a break. Round 8, I was against Evitul again. My third Evitul of the day. And I lost. I won the first game, lost the second game. So game 2, he hit 3 elixirs and attached a load to a Evitul, and he just sort of ran through me with 1 Evitul because I wasn't able to get set up efficiently. And then I managed to win game 3. It goes a lot quicker. He tries the same game plan, and I get my Power Memory and kill it and sort of wipe his board of all his energy. And he's in a bit of trouble there, struggles to recover. And then last round was against, finally, another Darkrai. And that goes how you'd expect it, a bit more. And I managed to...
Swimmingly.
Yeah, it goes quite nicely. So, yeah, that was my day. I ended up on 6-3. I think I finished 37th place, which was obviously enough for top 64. Frustrating because I felt another day I could have had some good matchups. And it was in my grasp to get that position in top 32, but hey ho, these things happen.
Yeah, very true.
I really do think it was a solid pick for the day still. I have no regrets.
Definitely.
At all in playing it.
Nice one. Volk is like a medium matchup, isn't it? Without labs, it's pretty difficult.
It is, yeah. I played it a lot, and I always found it was fairly 50-50 in a lot of testing. With Parallel, it obviously reduces their damage, or you can reduce their bench if they commit a lot of things. But you're right, it's still difficult. 180 is annoying. With Kikui, it's easier to hit, but there's times where you can have a couple of Strong, a couple of Regirocks, and Kikui, because before you max damage 170. Unless you put 3 Strong on, which is difficult to obtain. Whereas now you can hit 180 without it.
Nice.
It was fun as well. I mean, I was a bit frustrated, as you can imagine, but it was fun.
Yeah, I can imagine that being... getting some fun reactions from people all day.
Oh, I'm gonna grab those those rock rocks. Actually, let's make lichen rock.
Do it.
Actually, I don't have the lichen rocks, but I'll grab the rock rocks.
Alright, let's burn this guy to smithereens.
Smithers.
Don't get lucky. Don't get lucky. You lucky. Yay. That moment when they didn't get lucky.
We did it.
Oh, you got win next turn regardless. You have the dream.
How do I have win next turn?
You're doing 150. Oh no, wait. If he killed you, I didn't know he didn't kill you. I assumed he would have.
I would lose if he killed me.
Oh, he's got 2 prizes. Ah, that's a thing.
Turns out Luke should have been winning more games this weekend. He just have been taking 8 prizes instead of 6.
Yeah. God damn it! No one told me that.
Good old 8 prizes. Oh wow, we have a donation
Awesome.
From David Roodhof saying England's not a real country.
Thank you very much, David.
Do I Lysander here? Or do I cuck?
I've got so many Poplio coins now. What? I don't want these.
I think you should have supervised the shaming back in, Joe. I meant to say that a minute ago.
Yeah, I should have. Okay, we're a Kukui away from win here. If they don't move. Oh, Olympia. Okay then. Now we're just drawing to E-switch away. Kukui! Oh.
Olympia.
How many packs is a Lycan Rock worth, would you say?
No idea. Uh-oh, VS Seeker. Phew, that was close. Don't tell me you have game.
How can he have game? He's another...
Fisherman.
Oh, no. Yeah, but he's only got 2 Volk. Is that enough? Oh, yeah, 190.
Da-da-da-da. God, you're so good at playing zygarde, Luke. You know all the maths.
I know.
Wow.
I didn't play against any Volk at the weekend, which is surprising.
Nor did I. I didn't play against a single Volk, a single Yveltal, or a single Darkrai Dragons. That was like 45% of the field. Just dodged them all.
I played against 3 Yveltal. I was like, ugh.
Oh, I was so happy.
That was the single most popular deck, Luke, so...
True.
You can't be that surprised. Right, Jack, are you free to play? Or Luke, are you free to play?
Yeah, can do.
I'm scouring for Lycan Rocks at the moment. How many have you got, Joe?
I haven't actually put that code in, but we have a code on our Facebook.
Oh, I used that ages ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we've got 1. I'll grab 2 more.
James B sent us his list earlier today via the Facebooks. It looks okay. I think it's a Vileplume Tauros list, and Luke's had some experience with that. He played it with 4 Flare Grunts. Was it 4 or 3?
4.
4. I think that is still the best way to go.
It was so boring.
I still think that's the way to go. And you played like 2 Lugia, was it? Or was it just 1?
2 Lugia, 2 Tauros, and actually the Lugia was a better attacker.
Yeah. So maybe just play like 2 Tauros, 2 Lugia, or something like that, or 2-3 the other way around. And
Yeah.
just have Flare Grunts if you want to go down that route. To be honest though, if you're playing a Vileplume variant, I think Decidueye is the one you should be playing. Because it's probably the best one.
If you're... I feel like if you're playing a Pokemon deck at the moment, you'd probably say Decidueye was the best one.
Yeah. No, I would say Turbo Dark's the best deck. But I like Decidueye a lot. Because it's actually difficult to play, so it feels like rewarding when you win. Whereas Turbo Dark is just vomiting a board and keeping it. So
Dombre said, wanted to say thanks you guys. My son plays second in juniors at Sheffield with an OmniPoke inspired deck. That's really good. Nice one.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
Don Bro, out of interest, which deck was it?
Yeah.
It was the Turbo Zygarde.
Hey.
Definitely not.
Oi, that's that.
Oh, I've just seen the message Tesseract. I've literally just got the 3rd. Okay, no worries. Thank you. Anyway, but I've just grabbed 3 for us.
What do we pair with Decidueye? We pair it with Vileplume and 1 or 2 Lugia, 1 Tauros. Well, 1 Lugia, 1 Tauros is the most standard. I actually like just pure Lugia because I love Hollow Hunt too much. Tauros is still good though, and I would play Beedrill as well. I think that's how I
Beedle.
would play the deck.
Beedle.
Oh wow! Get Donked has also donated £12.34. Thanks so much
Oh,
for the donation.
thank you, Dom.
That's very, very kind of you.
Get donked.
Boom. You heard it here first.
Get a donk inspired by Get Donked.
Put a donk on it.
Brilliant song.
What is going on? Oh dear.
So, now that we know that Decidueye Plume is a thing, the question is, how do we adapt our decks to improve the matchup against it?
Hexmaniac is the thing that sticks out in my mind.
The thing is, having played Decidueye Plume, a lot of the time they actually appreciate a Hex. Because it gives them as if it's another turn 1 for them to cycle, and they actually oftentimes build up a second or third Decidueye in that turn that they Hex you.
Not Hexmaniac.
So I'm not saying not Hex, because it is still good, but it's just timing the Hex is what's important, I think.
I think Garb is still technically a thing, but it's so much riskier.
What's happening here? I play 4 Spirit Link.
You need to play 5.
Witchcraft.
I forgot I was playing against you. I thought I was up against some random Beedle. By how you were playing.
Wow. Wow. How
Jokes,
dare thee.
Jokes.
Wow.
Love you long time.
But that.
Just gross.
What count will Tapu Lele be in decks when Shaman has been rotated? Who knows? There's still a few sets to come out.
Set and a half to see. That set comes out a week on Friday.
Holy.
We're going to have lots of chatting to do on the plane.
Oh my goodness.
Have you seen that Alolan Vulpix?
No. What does it do?
Its free attack is search your deck for 2 Pokemon and put them into your hand.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 for 20.
Bad for free.
I think it's only relevant because of its attack and potentially Ninetales being good, but I think it's one of the first free attacks from all of them so far that is actually
valuable.
a good attack.
Yeah. Arta Rosinski has just followed. Thanks so much for the follow. Actually, I was talking to one of our viewers who was playing Rainbow Force, and they were playing a really cool version with lots of non-EXs.
Okay.
They were playing the Alolan Rattata, because it has free retreat and a free attack, as their dark type. They were playing Diglett as their... Oh wow, we've got another... Zygarde is bad, donated 3p, just said please tell Luke. What was it? Yeah, they played Diglett, which also has free retreat.
Yeah.
And they also played... It was either Joltik or Jolteon EX. I can't remember which one. But they played like another free retreater.
Yeah, that's nice.
So... It was just a cool...
Stones when everything has free retreat, right?
It was just cool because he was saying how often he... Well, it's just 3 better starters.
Yeah.
Because you actually get the Elixir Wombos so often.
That turd said he wants a plain live stream.
That would be pretty epic if we could make it happen, but I'm skeptical.
It was nice. Oh. Hello, Arta. Yeah, good games this weekend. Top 32.
Did you wreck him, Jack?
No, that wasn't the game where it was that was one of the Darkrai games. That was the one where it was win loss win.
Ah, okay.
It was a really close best of 3 actually. That matchup is so close. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I should be testing, but I'm now playing old Gyarados. Now turning winning with old Gyarados.
Yeah, you are.
I miss this
So,
deck.
are you actually all fully booked now?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Are you on the same flight as us?
Yep.
Sick.
The only thing I'm not doing with views is going down with views. I'm getting the train
Yeah, okay.
and meeting you there
I guess it stands dead.
and get you. Wait, what?
Just testing you.
Good test.
Don't
Okay.
panic.
That wasn't the one I'd booked. And then getting a lift back on the Monday night. Yeah.
On the Beetle Express. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13.
Oh, double heads on dual ball. Let's go.
That was a really echoey let's go. Okay. Take 2 prizes and fall prey to potential ends. Or attack the face, fall prey to damage. Oh, he can't damage change me this turn unless he has Lysander in hand with the one other stadium that he plays. Large hand size though. 170 is overall. No, it's not 170. It's only that amount. Okay, we'll punch you. We'll punch you in the face and see what happens. Have a shaman if you must.
Yes, we are coming to Sweden next week, Arthur. All 3 of us are.
You think Glaceon Garb could be an okay decision on counter as long as they don't get turn 1 plume? Yeah, like I was saying, I think you kind of need to play Hex even in Garb decks to sort of secure it. Which is really weird to think, but...
Sad times. I've got 16 cards left in deck and I'm taking 2 prizes. Still not seeing a single Spirit Link.
Joe, what were the first turn rules for this format? I don't remember. Can I attack turn 1? Oh yeah, of course I can.
Yeah.
That was why Saber Light was good. I remember now. Okay, cool.
Why not Escape Rope Lysander Shaman? Because if I deal with his main attacker, it makes him get a lot more things, and he would most likely be ending me to 2 cards, and I don't really feel like I have the board for it just at that point. I think we're in a much better shape now. Playing this was questionable, but I like playing this.
Oh, seriously, where are these Spirit Links?
Beetle.
Nice Spirit Link. I think the highest placing Mewtwo only played 3 this weekend. Only 3 Link.
There's 3 in my deck. There's only 1 prize. Have to go for it.
I love this deck. It's so good. It's insane.
Which deck? Oh,
Gyarados.
Why are you playing old Gyarados?
I don't know. I brought it.
Get yourself on PTCGO. Start doing things.
Play Gyarados. It needs a test. Oh. Let me get a turn 1 Gyarados. Then I'll stop. Then and only then. I'll stop. Let's grab a basic Pokemon. Get an Uxie. Oh, I had Mesprit as well. Forgot about Mesprit.
Mesprit's a card.
Oh, James has challenged me to a real game. That's not fair. I don't want to play this format. Could you Pokemon communication for the same format? For the same Pokemon? Could you put the Pokemon in? But
just to -1?
by the wording of the card, you can.
I guess
you
you can.
you show it and put it on top of the deck, and then search it. So sweet. The problem I have is if I love old formats, but I can only play Gyarados. Like I have no idea how to play any other deck, so I just love Gyarados. I tried playing Luxchomp in I think it was either Nationals or it would have been Nationals, and I had no idea what I was doing. Not a clue.
Oh, for fudge's sake.
Soz.
But I have got a turn 1 Gyarados, so it's all okay.
Brilliant end to 2. Brilliant end to 2. Ah, this game sucks.
I had the funniest games with Nick. I was playing Turbo Darkrai against him playing Decidueye, and it was a best of 3. And in every best of 3, I end him to 1. And every time he top decks Sycamore. Every time. The first time I tap his deck and say, nah, chill, you just do your thing. Fun game and all that. Top deck Sycamore. I'm like, right, never again.
Yeah.
So I cut him the second time, cut him into Sycamore. And then the third game, I cut him again, and I reveal the top card, and I was like, if this is a Sycamore, I'm hitting you. I just reveal it, it is one. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, come on.
And that's why Nick didn't appear on day 2 of
Nick
the stream,
is
because
so
Joe had given him a black eye.
Yeah. So much scum.
He did that to me at Worlds.
What,
We
Jake
played
gave
at
you
Worlds day 2, and he was playing Night March, and I was playing sort of dark toad weirdness. And he'd use all his draw supporters. I ended him to 1 or 2, and Quaking punched him. He used all his draw supporters except for an AZ, which could have obviously picked up a Shaman and set up. He top decked the only card in his whole deck of about 20 that could draw in cards for the game. It was disgusting.
Scumbag Nick. Oh, we've got a challenge. Let's go. We were asked by a donator to play a deck that you thought was good at the start of the card's release. Oh, sorry, play a bad deck that you thought was good at the start of this card's release. What would it be for Sun and Moon? What did we hype?
Lorantis
Simeon.
Plume.
Oh, Lorantis Plume, yeah. That's probably the deck we'd have to say.
We've had a few questions. What format? MD to Call of Legends was the first format I played in competitively. Do you think Volcanion is the play now that Decidueye is good?
No.
I think Joe said that he's actually still positive against Volk with Decidueye, so it's maybe not as good as it may seem, unfortunately.
Like, it's weird. Like, to beat Decidueye, you actually have to tech out your Volk. That's what's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Alright, pretty good opening hand. Get those in there for Revitalizer combo.
I'm playing Houndoom Mill, and literally by turn 2, I just feel so ahead in the game. He's on 18 cards already. Melting Horn. Yeah, I've always wanted to learn other formats, but I've never... I don't know, I feel like going into a completely... Like, going into a rotation it's a lot easier because you already know what cards are good, but going into... Like, if I went back to MD to Call of Legends now, I'd have to learn so many cards. Just because... I don't really know what anything does other than Gyarados. And I'm playing your list with the changes you mentioned, David. I think I might have a 1/1 rat in here. I might not. Can't remember.
Okay. We missed the dream of hitting level ball plus revitalizer. We just hit level ball, so we'll hold it for now. But I mean, we've got a good matchup here, so.
That turn 1 is just playing zygarde. You're just like, well, yep, brilliant.
They play hammers, so they have a chance.
I started playing when Boundaries Cross first came out. So that's what, 3.5, 4 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
What a magical time.
So I've never really played in any other format other than a big EX heavy format. I didn't play in any of the other older formats, more sort of evolution based formats. So that would have been interesting.
I guess this is the first signs of a format that's going more evolution based then.
But it's still insane HP
Yeah.
shenanigans.
We're just waiting for revitalizer. That's all I'm doing right now.
I don't even think you need it at this point.
Well, you know.
Even if you play his weakness policy. Jack, are you coming around this weekend?
I'm at home this weekend, unfortunately. It's my sister's birthday.
It's not good enough.
It's just not good enough, I'm afraid.
No excuse.
I'll be coming up, Luke.
What day?
Can't say no to that comfortable sofa. And Mango scratching my
Mango.
eyes / balls.
I found out today he's chewed my headphones to absolute oblivion.
Dear. That cat.
For those of you who don't know, Mango's a cat, not a person.
Yeah.
Mango's nickname for Mal.
Speak of the devil.
Oh, God. I want to go into your house like covered in bubble wrap or something. Just fighting.
Are you coming over on the Friday or Saturday?
Friday, I reckon, if that's alright.
Friday. Yeah, that's cool. I'm at work Saturday morning. But I think tomorrow will be in.
Okay, cool.
So.
Are we going to stay in or go out?
Oh, now you put on the table. There's no tournaments to get up early for, although I am up early for work, but yeah.
But that's not a tournament, so it's fine.
No. Yeah, I'm up for
I
it.
should have taken a card there. Oops. Okay, sounds good.
All I know is I want to watch Logan at some point.
Yeah.
Perhaps on the Friday night.
Logan will be happening.
Missing out, Jack. Missing out.
I know.
Looking back on the stream and watching it, I thought it was hilarious. So, round 1 was Tamal. Round 2 was me, and Joe was commentating. So I obviously did for Tamal, and Joe lives here at weekends. It's just like a house stream.
Yeah, it was pretty silly. In a good way.
Custard cream stream.
Indeed.
I'm just gonna hollow hunt these back.
And I think the first 4 rounds were all complexity players.
Yeah, and
Is
it
that
was
correct?
honestly like coincidence as well. I think I might just do these.
Joe, did you say you still had some like Rev evolution stuff and whatnot?
Yeah.
Because I've got a list of what
Oh,
I'm
you've actually
doing
got a
this
list
weekend
now?
while I'm home of what I still need.
Yeah.
So I'll send that over to you.
Okay, cool. Ooh, we got Lycanroc up in here.
Oh boy. we've got Luck and Rock up in here.
Is it crunch time?
Up in here. Is it crunch time? Damn it. So that's how you got that gig as a streamer. The commentator.
I honestly think this was my worst weekend of commentary. I was so tired that I was just saying the most basic words, he needs an energy here to deal damage. I wasn't even actually saying the number. I couldn't be. I was too tired to count. I was like, I think he needs the energy here.
I looked like I came back stage after I had my interview, and you had the sheet with all the math and stuff on.
Oh yeah, don't tell him. That's our little cheat sheet. It's the same one we had for London, and it was so important in London.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because it was all Yvelton mirrors. I mean, it's only the 2 times table, but we are so
I'm going to say it's 20 plus 20 a lot of the time, isn't it? What?
Ah. And the best thing is, it's actually the same for Darkrai, so it's... Oh, great. The next turn I top deck Revitalizer after... Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my Beedle.
Damn it, game.
So do you think Lycanroc could be a thing?
I think it really could be when we get the... what's its ability called?
Bright Luck.
Something like Blood Eyes or something. Yeah, Bright Luck, essentially.
Bloody eye.
That is, as long as there's not too much Decidueye about.
European stream team is stacked. We just have Puka. Well, I really like Kenny and Kyle as well. I've only listened back to 2 rounds. I think all the stream guys are doing a good job, to be fair. Puka is obviously the one that I've worked with before, and I feel like he is still a level above everyone in my eyes. I still think he's by far and away the best.
Yeah.
So natural at it now. Hopefully the Euro team are getting there. And I keep top decking cards that make my decisions look bad, and I'm getting triggered.
I think obviously the European team, you're getting more confident on the stream, because just doing the one stream game and into it was nerve-wracking, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I know it's different as a commentator and a player, but it is very nerve-wracking. I can imagine the first stream you were very nervous.
Yeah. Well, the first time I was I was sat next to Puka, and I was like, oh, thank God you held my hand through this. And also it was, fortunately it was Jake v Ryan, so it was like, oh, I have players that I can talk about loads here. This is brilliant.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know. Who knows what could have happened? We're in trouble, guys. I do kind of need to Ultra Ball here. Ah, Revitalize is so tempting. Maybe I don't put the DC on. Oh, if I do that, the Revitalize is way worse. I think.
Yeah, I also saw more Lycanroc in Sheffield than Volks.
That's really weird.
I didn't see either, to be honest.
Joe from OmniPoke on the World stream? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. Sorry, everyone. I just don't think it's likely. Not that I wouldn't. I would obviously say yes, given the opportunity. But there has been no sign of that being a likely outcome. So... Lycanroc is destroying me. Ooh, we got to play in first. Okay, we Sky Return into Plume. Plume takes the sack. Lugia comes in, responds, KOs. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. And we're golden. Yeah, we just have to survive one turn. No Lysander. Only one in the deck, I would imagine. No access to VS Seeker. Don't get lucky one time. The retreat cost of Lycanroc is only 1. That's actually really bad for us. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll see what goes on here. Who's the best EU commentator? It's not really my place to say. A lot of people like commentators for different reasons. It depends what you want out of a commentator, I think.
Ugh, so diplomatic.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I mean, people watching this stream may like me. You never know. But I think definitely as well, because some of us commentators focus on different aspects of the game as well. Like, I think just on a overall standpoint, I think you'd have to say Ross is easily the most talented in terms of a commentator. But some people like David. His analysis, I think, is above anyone else's. Nick as well has great puns and light-hearted conversation alongside good analysis as well. So I think everyone's strong. Yeah, like Ross does make errors. That's just something that sort of comes with the package of he's the one constantly talking. Like, he's the one doing the most actual commentary, so he's got more opportunity to make errors. But at the same time, he knows that he's got the person sat next to him who's going to correct him at any point, so he can just sort of go off on tangents. He naturally goes off on tangents a lot as well, so I hope I'm okay on the technical side. That's what I try to be. But who knows? I don't know. I haven't really found what I want to define myself as. I'm just trying to wing it and do it all. I don't feel like I make enough jokes. I don't feel like I feel like I'm too serious sometimes.
Yeah.
If they pair you with someone that does though, that's it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they go for. I'm just thinking
that's the
in
thing.
my mind.
I don't feel like I've had much direction, so we're all just sort of still finding our styles right now.
Yeah,
it's
that makes
weird.
sense.
We're all just sort of told to get on with it for a bit. Just do your thing. We trust you guys, which is cool. You need to bring memes on paper that you can show for any given situation. Yeah, cheers guys. I knew you could help me. But it's still the thing where I feel more relaxed just sat here talking than I would ever do on stream. So I don't know, sometimes my conversation just goes off in tangents because I'm trying to fit things into a small space. Because you feel like the social awareness that there's a guy sat next to you wanting to jump in at points as well. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
All sorts of going on. You're seeing stuff. I don't know. It's hard. Joe is all around. I don't know. I'm trying.
Yeah, you didn't say Beetle on stream.
Should have done.
So I don't think anyone would notice it other than you and people watching.
Do they have any strongs left? Yes. 2, 4. So they're doing 130 and 4150 with an extra strong attachment. Plus a Kukui loses me the game. Do I really retreat out of it for that? This damage is completely inconsequential, so I guess I should just be as safe as possible. Let's just try and be safe. Yeah. I was personally quite disappointed with my own performance this weekend. I think I just need to I need to sleep
Get your
more.
words out.
I need to sleep more. That's all I need to do. Like, naturally they're long days and stuff, so it's hard to get as much sleep as possible, but I was like staying up for like an hour longer than I sort of had to. So next time I'll be better, if ever there's a next time. Maybe. Who knows? I'll be well rested, more well rested. Because the thing is, like, we have to wake up at like 6 as well. It's like, it's really grim. I'm not used to that. I am not.
Yeah,
used
that sounds
to that.
early.
So. Oh boy, getting challenges left, right, and centre. Who knows? I think you're always your own worst critic, though. So. No stream scheduled for Malmo? No. There is no stream for Malmo. No official stream, anyway. I think David and Philip Schultz are trying to get one. But I don't know if it's actually going to happen. I'll be playing in Malmo, as will the other two guys in here. So
Sweet.
I know that I'm not commentating. Did I ever play the Persimmon deck? I've not played it on stream today. But oh my god, I'm losing my train of thought all the time today. But I have played it in a tournament. Ta-da! And I won that tournament. Ta-da! But people did scoop to me.
Ta-da!
Mwah. Will there be a stream for Australia? Again, I don't think so. So
I hadn't thought about that actually. That's a shame if there's not.
About what? Australia? No. When I was talking to the Super Broadcast guy, or the guys that were in Super Broadcast with me, they've confirmed that there isn't an official stream, but the guys over at Ace Trainer Australia are trying to do like before the tournament and after tournament chats. So like before day one, they want to chat to some notable players, I think. Then after day one, they want to talk to the top 32 players. And then after day two, they want to talk to the top 8 players.
mm-hmm.
So there's no official stream, but there is content. They're hoping to get content out.
Mm-hmm.
From what
Makes sense.
Bodie was saying to me.
Yeah.
Just because they want to, just because it's an international. But that also worries me a little bit about Brazil, making me think there maybe won't be a stream for Brazil as well, which sucks. Because I feel like these really should be streamed events. They're such a big deal.
Yeah, it's I really would have loved to have seen it. I know it's obviously like super expensive to expect them to fly out US team or Europe team or mixture of two or whatever. I don't know about visas or anything else. I don't know about the legality issues that there might be. And I'm not too certain about the scene over in Australia. Obviously Ace Trainer Australia are doing a good job, but I've only recently heard of them. I don't know how long they've been going for, but they've only really sort of been advertising themselves recently.
The thing is, I'm pretty sure Australian Nationals were streamed.
Right. Okay.
And some of the Ace Trainer Australia guys did that, so okay. I think they could potentially have had. Yeah. I don't think there would have been a lack of people to do it. I think it was more than anything the funding.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It would be my guess, because I don't think it was for lack of people wanting to do it. Because Bodhi said he was in a situation where he didn't know whether he might be asked to stream. He might be asked to commentate or not.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because he'd done Australian Nationals. So it sucks, but what can we do? Hopefully next year, if they keep the same format.
There was a follow in that big old conversation. RyZ27, thanks so much for following.
Sweet. Thank you.
That's why you play a 2-2 line, boys. Prizing happens. I'm going to dig with Shaman here just to try and get an energy. Energy is a good thing. We won't take either of these. Don't really think they're too impactful right now in comparison to energy. Night Dombro, thanks for stopping in for as long as you did.
Nice. See you later, buddy.
Whiffed energy. GG No Free, thanks so much for following. I'm gonna hold this hammer. I don't think it's impactful to get rid of a Psychic on a Spiritomb. B cancel's not gonna win him the game, so let's just stop. Completely going over the fact that this is definitely an expanded deck against the standard Houndoom mill, but we'll just roll with it.
Is it?
Yeah. It's got compressors and it's got Spiritomb.
Is Spiritomb not in format? I don't even know.
It's Phantom Forces.
Ah.
Good old
That'd be it. That'd be a no then.
B cancel, the counter to Decidueye Plume. How good do I think Primal Groudon is? In standard? Not terrible. Decidueye Plume probably eats it alive. I mean, you can play the full Wobbuffet. If you play the full Wobbuffet, can you win? How much HP do you have? 240. They need to have 6 in play to one hit you with the Decidueye. But you probably need to set up 2. I don't see it. They'll Lysander you. Oh, they can't Lysander you. Can you beat Decidueye Plume? Probably not. I'd assume not. Turbo Dark is like pretty bad.
That's so weird. It has a bad Turbo Dark. It's just so slow.
Yveltal bad just because of BKT. I don't know. Lots of awkwardness. Thanks for stopping by, David.
Joining us.
See you in Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do.
How good do you think the Precimian deck could be? Right now, it does have big concerns against Decidueye. That really puts me off the deck for now. It does still have good matchups. Mewtwo's sort of going under a rock for a while, just because Gardi was like the second most popular deck this weekend. So
what?
after Yveltal, then it was Gardi, the most popular deck.
No, it wasn't.
If you consider Darkrai and Darkrai Dragons two different decks.
I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
In day one.
Pretty sure it was Yveltal then Volk, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry, in top 32.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, in top 32.
That confused me.
It's one of the two.
Yeah, it would have been top 32. There were six Gardi decks in top 32, so yeah.
Yeah. So that would hopefully should scare some Mewtwo's off.
Oh, that's made me feel so much worse about Gardi.
Oh yeah, I think Gardi's worse than it was. But Mewtwo wasn't even that popular, Jack. Look at your record. You played one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Gardi looks worse than it was in terms of a metagame call, but the deck is still fine. People always consider it as a metagame call, even though I think the deck is like inherently super solid. So
yeah,
it's weird. So yeah, Precimian, in a similar way, Gardi loses a good matchup. That's pretty annoying for it.
Hey guys, went 2-1 at a league tonight with Solgaleo Dragonair. Lost to Precimian catches. I wonder where that list came from.
Solgaleo Dragonair is an interesting one, where you try and use the Dragonair to refill your Solgaleo damage. I don't mind it, but I still think Lurantis is the better option because, for one thing, it does the 40 damage pokes, which is like the same as like getting the Kukui off, so you can actually KO big things. And also the fact that Lurantis is just tankier. You're not feeding people prizes. So I think it's okay. Oh, I just have to attack. Woohoo! Houndoom OP. We took 20 damage all game, boys. All thanks to the Winona that we didn't play.
Good card, I promise.
Oh, we're getting challenges as left, right, and centre here.
Challenges is.
You heard me.
Is Luke still here?
I am indeed.
Okay. You haven't said anything in a while. I thought maybe you'd disappeared.
Breaky HD, welcome to the stream.
Better late than never.
Indeed.
Look at that. Get Donked is doing the advertising for you guys.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. They know by now. Well-trained stream. Fully versed in memes and advertising.
Week 22?
Week 22.
Oh boy.
Oh, baby. It's a lot of weeks.
Can confirm.
What is this? Volcanion. Ugh.
Volcanion, ugh.
Ugh.
Your favourite? Delphox. I'm gonna waste my time against that. No offense, dude.
So savage.
The other guys should talk. Joe's falling asleep. I know. I'm really struggling today for some reason. Sorry, guys. This is really lame. Let's talk about Pokemon. I think it's because I'm already fairly set on my Malmo deck. For better or for worse, I'm just happy with the list right now.
Yeah.
So this testing isn't all that exciting. Plus, it's like, although it was a big shift in Sheffield, it was a shift that I pretty much bang on predicted.
Ugh. Putting it out there.
But I wasn't playing, so like, it wasn't a big issue for me to like, if I got it wrong or whatever. But it was a fairly simple mentality that like, Mewtwo plus Dark did well, so a lot of Gardi pops up. But then also, Turbo Darkrai was still hugely represented. Decidueye wasn't represented well, but did well. I think these are all things I was predicting. Volk still underperforms, which is somewhat of a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite surprising to me.
I think it's just underplayed here. I think there's a stigma against it. Rather than the deck being bad.
It's one of those decks that I don't necessarily see winning a big regionals though.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just can't see it taking down. I can see it top 32ing. Like it's proved itself in that regard in the first half of the season, but I don't know. Like I just can't see it making it to top 8 very often.
It's top 8 a lot. It's top 8 in London. It's top 8 at Sheffield. Same player, Pedro.
Is that the player, not the deck though?
Both.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just solid, isn't it? It's like, just does what it does.
Yeah.
You're very rarely going to get any absolute whitewashes against Volk.
Yeah.
Same with Mega Gardi.
And also, by underplayed, I also kind of think underplayed by the best players as well is important to note. Like, I think, although it sees play, I don't think the best players like playing Volk a lot of the time. Or at least, yeah, I just don't think many of the top players look at Volk the same way. I don't know.
I know what you mean.
I think the deck's good.
I like the deck.
And I listen to, like, David, who, like, hates it. Wouldn't touch it with a barge pole.
Why is that?
Just hates the deck. He compares it to Greninja.
What?
I know. He's like...
Greninja's way more bricky than that.
What he says is Greninja has to draw well to win, whereas Volk needs the opponent to draw badly to win. Because he says Volk does what it does every single time, but what it actually does isn't strong enough a lot of the time.
Okay.
That's his opinion anyway.
Yeah.
Things that I've found playing a lot of Volk with zygarde, for example, and Mewtwo, if you can turn, say you go first, and they get a turn 1 baby Volk attack. If you can knock that out your turn 2, they generally run out of steam quite quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
If you'll pardon the pun.
Yeah.
I really like Entei in the list still to give you fuel. Just a cheap attacker that keeps you in the game a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a big thing for Volk. Like 3 energy is, I think actually even with elixirs and volcanic heat and stuff, it's still not volcanic heat.
Power heater.
Power heater. It's still like you still need 6 energy on the board a lot of the time just to be able to hit consistent or consecutive turns of attacking. So it's still a lot of energy.
Yeah. For sure. Luke, you're being asked a fighting deck question. Lycanroc playing weakness policy, is it worth?
The problem is a lot of them play Volplume with it. That would be my concern. If you can find it, if you think it's going to be popular, which judging from it winning, then it's worth perhaps testing 1 or 2 in there. But even though I'm not sure if it does enough, but it's definitely worth testing. Problem is, where do you find the space? Because you may have to cut Fury bouts for it, and zygarde having 230 HP in every other matchup is pretty crucial. So,
do you think zygarde Lycanroc's the way to play it, Luke?
it could possibly be a way to play. I mean, he put in a good effort then, so it shows it can sort of keep up a little bit. So.
Mm-hmm.
Does Regirock just increase damage for basics, or is it all
No, it's
fighting?
all fighting Pokemon.
All fighting types.
Hmm.
Don't forget Medicham, the meme deck of the century.
Should have played that this weekend, Luke.
Should have. Missed a trick there, didn't I?
4 prizes in a turn. Let's go, boys.
That'll do.
That will do. Oh, I want to make that.
You don't.
Might take it to League next week.
You don't want to make that.
Guys, who's got Darkrai with them?
Anyone?
Oh, you have? Okay.
It doesn't hit for weakness.
Smack with Shrine of Memories does.
Yes.
Okay.
What, Shrine of Memories.
Come on, Luke. It's as
This
if you've
guy-
never played the deck
this
before.
guy-
What?
I thought he was the fighting type expert.
I actually
Rookie.
tried it. I tried it when it was
Don't say good, because it was never good.
no, because you needed fighting stadium before, and Celebi
Yeah.
back in the day when it first came out. But it's terrible.
If next week was Worlds, what do you think is the new Ordino?
Oh my goodness, that's a
good question. That is a good question.
You can basically reanalyze it to what's the most underrated deck right now. Like, what's the perfect metacal right now? That's like completely on no one's radar. What would you say?
I feel everything's just been found out at the moment. Like,
Mega
have to-
Sceptile is my choice. I'm jumping in. I'm hijacking this question. I asked it, I'm answering it. Mega Sceptile.
that felt like such a Mighty Boosh quote.
Yeah.
It so did. Luke, did you ever watch Boosh?
A little bit. Wasn't a massive watcher.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that before I go to bed now.
So, I think Mega Sceptile could be a really good play. Because this is only if people
Hear me out, guys.
This is only
Hear-
if people actually test. And if people actually test Volk v Decidueye, they will realise that Volk is not the answer to the format, okay? So Volk shouldn't be too popular, question mark? It might be more popular more because Mewtwo didn't do well in Sheffield and probably won't see much play. So Volk is probably a better play than it was, but as long as it doesn't see a ridiculous increase, Mega Sceptile could be really good because it should destroy Turbo Dark. It should beat Decidueye. It should beat Mega Gardevoir as well. And I think it has a winnable Mewtwo, an easily winnable Mewtwo. So I think that could be really good. It's also pretty good. It's also not terrible against Houndoom either. Not that Houndoom should be the first thing you think about, but
do we have Sceptiles? You have Sceptiles, right, Joe?
Of course I do.
Bring him to Malmo, boy.
It's happening.
I'm not going for Worlds this year, so I can mess about. Let's go.
The thing is, people will think it's the answer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That is indeed.
Oh, everyone wants
problem.
to see a list. Everyone wants to see a list.
2 people.
Wait till. No, I'm including me in that.
Oh, okay.
Wait until I win with it at Malmo.
It's still got a really bad Mega Ray.
What doesn't though?
Decidueye.
Cry.
Like, I think in the right hands, Decidueye Plume is the best deck in format. So. But I still don't think it's like. It shouldn't be the #1 deck on people's radars. I think people should tech for it, but still continue to play their own decks. Not necessarily like, I have to beat Decidueye now. Let's play.
As well, people are going to figure out as well, the mirror is pretty boring.
Oh, Mirror is so swingy. There's no way to definitely win Mirror. It's pretty pointless. A lot of the time it's derp, I went first, I won.
Yeah.
If you don't go first, it's actually better to just ignore Vileplume.
Do you think it's a difficult deck to play?
Yes, yeah. It's difficult. It's definitely a rough deck to play. But Sceptile is easy to play. It depends how much the Decidueye actually catches on. Because again, it's one of these things where some people won't test it because they don't want to play Plume decks. Some people will test it, not play it optimally, find bad results, and not think it's that good. And then I think it's like top level players will play it and do well with it. So it may not even be that physically popular that you'll play it like a lot in a day. But I think
I think we've also got to take into consideration we've got Australia before Malmo, and that could have more of an influence as well.
That's true.
So we'll wait and see what comes of that.
I shouldn't have yet Secret Text. That was dumb.
As a side note.
Plume Decidueye in standard? I'm saying in standard, yeah. Now, if the opponent had actually Wise Cycloned last turn, could they have done it for the KO? I think they could have, right? They could have had DC on Shaman and had potential Sky Return for game with Lysander. Didn't play into their outs. The sleeper deck is Slowbro. Maybe the sleeper deck is still Ordino. Dun dun dun! Should we build Sceptile? Let's build Sceptile. Okay. Do I have one here? Alex was really close to playing Sceptile in Malmo, and he would have done very well with the deck, I think.
In Malmo?
Leipzig?
Oh, sorry, Leipzig.
Dortmund?
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Was it Leipzig or was it Dortmund? I can't remember. Yeah, Leipzig.
I think I'm going to say I thought it was.
Look, I called it Sceptile's back, baby. That's how convinced we were. Okay.
It's just there's always going to be that consistent people playing Volk.
That's the worry. Don't even know what Septile does. Ugh. Surely the sleeper deck was Houndoom Mill? Yeah, but the sleeper deck isn't Houndoom Mill now. That's the problem. Septile when Greninja isn't around? Yeah, but it still has the trait that means you beat Decidueye. You're both like trading like 3 shots, but as long as you can draw into energy, you can just heal. Needs Lily? Oh, that's not actually a bad point. This does need changing. I don't like that we're playing items in an item lock heavy format.
Take them all out.
Well, hold your horses, but you know what I mean. Like, the letter can definitely go just for another physical energy. Energy retrievals I still like. Mag Turbo's okay. Olympia. How good's Olympia? It's probably not that good. Needs Poison Barb. Or Poison Point. Starmie. I don't really like Starmie too much because there will be ability lock, and especially like maybe even more so than we're currently seeing because of Decidueye itself. So, where are we at? We're at 60 cards. I'm not sure about the parallel. Don't see it. I don't think it does enough against the Ray, so we'll just cut that. Do we need 4 forest? No, not really. How about one less link and maybe weakness policy? I don't think weakness policy will keep you in the game against Volk. I think they still win because this is a 2-hit deck anyway. They'll get enough tempo on you regardless. Maybe just second hex is fine. Second hex is really good against.
I was going to say I like ability locking with this deck, so
gives you an inkling against Ray, Gardi, and Valplume as well. Yeah, you can have a game with this. Septile's back, boys. Is that what it's called? Yeah, that's what it was called.
God, I hope not.
It must be true. Look at all these Volks rubbing their hands together right now. Me trying to be clever, getting rinsed. What should we do? Should we go on the random ladder? Let's just be brave. Let's have one random game. And let's see if Septile's back, boys. Can you perform Medi's Z-Scoop each time you brackets will lose with this deck?
The will. Oh yeah, little faith.
Oh, Medi.
That was my highlight of the weekend.
I guess I think that's my favourite part of this whole weekend, just that little clip.
By a mile. Luke's Wolfie Glick face was very close.
Oh, I haven't seen that. What round were we on? We were round 2?
2, yeah.
Okay.
I had someone in my ear talk. No, it was a guy who's behind the camera as you face it.
Yeah.
And he was like, smile for the camera. I was like, where's the camera? Looking around discreetly. And he's like, over there. I'm like, ah.
Ha
Hello.
Okay, we got a Turbo Darkrai. I want to say this is a decent matchup. But this guy does have a very strong moustache, so we can take nothing for granted here.
Ear to ear. Oh, Beetle.
I really hope I haven't led people astray, and there's going to be loads of random septiles in Malmo. And then that random vault guy feasts on us all. This could be the Ordino, guys. Just think about... Oh, don't end the best hand in the world. Come on. Never lucky.
Never lucky.
Fortunately, I had a pistol hidden in my moustache. Funny.
Yeah, that's 200 damage. Not enough. That's the professor's letter. It doesn't matter anymore.
Maybe this is Joe's next level tactic. Get you guys all to play Septile. When has anyone ever listened to me? That's my first point. That's my first response. So if we
Sorry, carry on.
If we don't retrieval, we could draw into switch card, Mega Turbo, turn attachment. But we're drawing one less card. And our switch cards are ropes, so it's not even that good. So we'll just play this and get an extra draw.
Okay, I think I'm possibly at the point where we're seeing Luke. Hang on.
What?
On stream.
He's caught you.
Oh, right, sorry.
Caught you in the act. It's a good
Oh,
time.
they... The looking around is so good.
He's like, look at the camera. Where is the camera?
What?
Oh, I want to watch that again. That was brilliant.
The Medi Happy Scoop gif I've seen about 17 times.
So good.
Because I love that you can only see sections of it. You can only see his face, and then you see the hands come on the main bit. It's so funny.
I love Maddie. Makes me laugh.
Kills me. Absolutely kills me.
Look in the Facebook chat, guys. This is my where is it? Turn 3 against Waterbox. Oh dear.
Oh, I've not got it up.
I'll put it in the stream chat, not on the Skype or those apps.
I think Mega Septile is pretty solid.
I hope this deck is good, because I've bought Dark Rise.
What deck?
Dragonair Dark Rise.
God's sake.
Because I only own 2 Dark Rise.
What a waste of your time.
Have you seen that picture? That's turn 3.
I haven't seen the picture. Is that where I'm going wrong?
Cheers.
Also, I think there's still untapped potential for the evolution decks. Still think there's something there.
Yeah, I don't. I think there is, but not until Choice Band comes out.
Maybe.
I think Choice Band helps numbers, and then you basically can one-shot anything that you can hit for weakness with different things. But without it, I think you sometimes fall a bit short.
Yeah, that's fair. Someone's asking, or Deadly Bee's asking, please do a stream where we analyze integrals lists.
Beetle stream.
I feel like cutting VS Seekers are incredible new meta strategy. I mean, I know you're saying that as a Beetle, but I don't actually disagree with it. I think going up to physical, like a third Lysander or like a second Hex over just like, and then going down to like 3 VS Seeker, I think that can actually be ways to really increase your win rate against things like Decidui. So I actually think that's not a Beetle.
Right. You've seen that picture, haven't you, Jack?
Yeah, 300 damage.
Yeah, they scooped.
Did they? Never.
They did indeed.
Never would have guessed it. Damn, we whiffed all energy. Oh, and we've prized a mega. Oh. Trouble in paradise, boys. Oh dear. Beetle o'clock. It's that time already.
It is indeed. Flown by.
Beetle o'clock.
A very important question. What's my percentage of turn 1 plume playing Decidui plume? It depends. There are some matchups where you don't even go for it turn 1. It's not traditionally... It's not like the most traditional plume deck you'd expect where that is the thing you always go for. So, I don't know. It varies. I don't think it's a high percentage. It's definitely not above like 60. But it doesn't matter that it's not above 60.
No. You say some matchups, it's you want to get your board state with your Sidjaws first and then lock them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Perhaps and then get Royal Plume, knock them out.
Saying 50-50. Yeah, I haven't done the number crunches, and especially because that's not my intention. My intention is not to get turn 1 plume a lot of the time. A lot of it is I want to build Decidui before plume, or I want to get more than just the plume developed, because if you just develop plume, you'll lose games. You need to develop more than just Var plume.
Yeah.
Ooh. Stream's just gone offline for me. Hang on. Oh, no, there you go. We're back. It was a momentary blip.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to be up in 5.5 hours.
Ugh.
This deck needs to play Kukui. Now that Ariados is dead. Or maybe just second Revitalizer. That's probably good as well. Or maybe instead of Ariados, we just play 1/1/1 Decidui. That could be really good. I might try Sceptile Decidui. That's
not bad.
Oh, you can't do this to me after I've lent away my Decidueyes. Can't come up with all these cool ideas. I'm messaging Alex right now. He needs to get his own.
So Alex has got Scots.
Yeah.
No, he gave them back.
Oh, what's he doing?
As soon as he gave him back, he was like, Jack, you got 4... He was like, I told him I had a test on Monday. I was like, "How did the test go?" And oh, by the way, I've got 4 Decidui. I was like, "Right, I know exactly where this conversation is going." I was like, "Yeah, test went all right. What do you want the Decidui's for?"
I think a playset Decidueye regular arts is like £50.
Yeah, they're still expensive. They're getting like a reprint kind of, I guess, in one of the future sets, but it's only going to be full art versions, so they'll probably go down, but these will still be the cheapest.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got mine early because I feel like the price is going to spike now.
Yeah, definitely.
To start with, I wasn't sure about getting them early because I felt like we'd not overhyped it, but it hadn't worked out as well. But then I'm so glad that it's now good because it feels like I didn't trade Lurantis away for nothing. Though I now want Lurantis, which is kind of sad. But
yeah, I quite enjoyed that on the day 2, but it needs energy switch. I didn't put energy switch in. I would have beat Darkrai both games with energy switch because I could have streamed G-Booster.
Is retrieval in deck, guys? Well, let's do a Beetlemon. If it's not in deck, we're very, very sad. We cut Professor's letter. Never punished! Yeah, okay. It always works if you scream it while you're doing it.
That's the trick to it, right?
Mm-hmm. How about using normal Sceptile with Varplume? I think it's just underpowered. Again, I just think Decidueye is probably my favourite plume variant right now.
Yeah.
What are my thoughts on Waterbox? I think it's okay. I was actually losing games against Decidueye. It was something I was testing. Rough Seas Glaceon still lost to Decidueye. Which is pretty weird.
That's just disgusting. When me and you were hearing that on Monday, I was like, "This could be insane against Decidueye." Nope, not even.
Tauros is an absolute Waterbox killer.
Yeah.
That was another thing. Round 1 I played. Excuse me. I played against Waterbox. And the guy, game 3, because he didn't see my Tauros game 1 or 2, he's fully committed on a Regice. So I extend a bit to get a Regice up, and then just got my Tauros out, and he was sad.
Yep.
Was he now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Shut up!
Oh, damn it. I've just drawn 3 magic out of my opening hand. Such an aggressive shut up.
Sorry, I was triggered.
2, 4. Shut up!
Shut up! I'm on MSN.
Mom! Right, scouring eBay for Sceptiles.
Get out of my life. If we top deck grass, we win. If we attach here. I think I still do this because then I can 2-shot this guy. Those VS Seeker top decks though. It's telling you know, Sceptile's the play. It's the only answer. Skylar. thinking. Is eBay the best place for Sun and Moon codes? Probably not. But I don't know where else to get them, so... Dig for energy for game. I retreated because this guy was in range of this guy, and I didn't really want that to happen. Easy game. Easy game. Sceptile's the play. And, yeah. That's all you need to know. Sceptile's the new Ordino. That's what we'll go home and think about.
I'm currently on eBay right now.
Potentially Decidueye better than Ariados. Almost definitely, actually. Because he's tanky AF as well. And he gives you Hollow Hunt. Hollow Hunt is excellent. And its damage is better than Ariados. So, yeah, if you need to play for Malmo, this is 100% it. Don't question me ever. So stupid. No, don't play Sceptile. Maybe play Sceptile though. But probably don't play Sceptile. So yeah.
But maybe play Sceptile.
I would just play Turbo Darkrai with double Hex. Oh, keep getting challenges, but no, we have to end the stream. Okay. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for all the challenges and whatnot. Jack, Luke, and David all did good old tournament reports from Sheffield, so if you missed any of that, it'll be on YouTube's tomorrow. Friday, I will be uploading Houndoom Mill, my version. A version that's in between Roodhof's and Joe Yates's. Because I think there's a middle ground which can be struck, and the middle ground might involve Winona, who knows. So,
God.
Yeah, that's it from us.
Yeah.
Till next week. I'll try and be a bit more awake next time, but I still think we had some fun.
Definitely.
A load of random donations as well, which is like incredible. So
thank you so much.
That's awesome. Even if it is just to make fun of Luke, we still appreciate it.
I donate to make fun of Luke, so
Thanks. Yeah, thanks everyone.
Yeah. See you again next week.
Cheers, guys.
Some
That'll
Melbourne
be-
analysis.
Oh yeah, Melbourne would have done by then. Jeez, plenty more to talk about. Okay.
Sweet. Alrighty.
See you guys.
Bye bye.